Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this town?
Sure enough.
Well, who am I?
Sure enough.
Who am I?
Sure enough.
I can't hear you.
That means that we punched our ticket to go try to win the Super Bowl, and that's it. We got one game at a time, starting at 1 o'clock on Sunday. Love y'all, boys. Love you. Love you. I'll go to war with every single one of you, every game, all right? Love you, 1-7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking clout. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
It's showtime.
Welcome to the Mafia Sports Report. I am Tommy, and today I said, fuck it. Let's do an NFL Red Zone live watch party. I'm going to do it as long as I can. I can't promise I'll be here all 7 hours, but I'll be here for as long as I can. What up, Scott? The Jets are pathetic, and we're going to talk about that. My God. Coaching, quarterback, everything. They're a terrible team. Sean, what up? Motherfucker Tommy, what is up, my man? Man, y'all excited for tomorrow, man? I know I am. Monday Night Football, Buffalo Bills, 7 p.m. We got the early Monday night game. There's 2 of them being played. And I will be live at 5 o'clock pregame for that game. So you don't want to miss that. If you guys are home or around to watch the podcast, the pregame, it'll be me and Aramis starting at 5 o'clock all the way up to game time. So, join us tomorrow. And then obviously halftime I'll be on, and then post-game me and Mikey hopefully talking about the Bills' win over the Atlanta Falcons. Sean, hell yeah, Scott. Hi. I hope the Bills are. Let's see here. What did Scott say? Sean in a motherfucking mood. He is, man. Sean's my dude. Spin. Tommy will be here for as long as you can imagine to talk. So Tommy will be here for at least the Super Bowl, and then he will leave to stop and get a tattoo. And yeah, those from those that are new to the channel here are just tuning in for the first time. I have a bet going on with my chat. This is a bet that is forever. This is as long as Sean McDermott is the head coach of the Buffalo Bills. If he wins the Super Bowl with the Buffalo Bills, I will get a I Heart Sean McDermott tattoo. So yeah, we'll see. That's how much I just don't believe in Sean McDermott. However, I don't care. If Sean McDermott wins the Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills, I will gladly get the I Heart Sean McDermott tattoo. I have no problem, and I'll wear it proudly. Okay. Scott, Tommy, I have decided you're an entertainer, not a podcaster. Thank you. I realize a podcast would not survive without your passion and personality. Great roundtable yesterday. Hey, I appreciate you, Scott, man. I try, bro. I try. I'm not I'm not obvious in X and O's, guys. I know my football, though. I'm not an idiot. Like Spin would make it sound like I know my football, I know my X's and O's, but not like Cover One. I'm not going to sit here and bore you to death. Not saying they bore you to death, all right? Don't go back and tell Cover One that I'm saying their channel's boring. I'm just saying that I don't do that. I can only watch so much a film breakdown before I start to get tired and, fall asleep at the chair. So, yeah, but to each his own. Some people love watching film breakdown. They'll do it for 2 hours. I'll watch the all 22, but I watch bits and pieces, guys. I watch plays I remember I want to go back to, but I'm not sitting there watching a 3-hour all 22. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Spin, I thought Tommy was gonna be like I'm an idiot. That's fucking asshole. Oh my God, Scott playing Spin is hysterical. All good banter. Yeah, all good banter. I get it. Let me put some background music here for me. Y'all know how I like that. I don't like that dead air. There we go. You guys can't really hear that background music I got in my headphones, but it just kind of keeps me going. Makes it easier for me to do these lives by myself. Been doing that for like, I don't know, the last 2 years. But yeah. Anyways, guys, today, NFL Red Zone. Let's talk about the Jets, the early game that was in London today. My God. Terrible. Let me tell you something. The Jets coach, Aaron Glenn, he may not be it. I mean, honestly, I would, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm already thinking about firing the guy. Their defense is keeping them in the game. Pretty much, they kept them in the game the whole game. The defense of the Jets controlled the Denver Broncos offense. They gave their team a chance. They gave the offense an opportunity to win that game. Now, going into half, the Jets had the ball, I believe, at their own 45, and it was 4th and 4, I believe, something like that. And I think there was about 40 seconds to go. Now, look, I understand in a way Glenn's thinking, going, okay, if we go for it here and we don't get it, the Broncos will have the ball at our own 40, 45 with about 40 seconds, whatever the time may be there. And they could put some points on the board, at least 3, right? I get that. Okay, but why not? Why not at least let the clock go down to about, 4 seconds, 5 seconds, whatever. Snap the ball and throw a Hail Mary. Maybe you get lucky, it's a touchdown. Maybe you get a PI and you're at the 1. And then you can decide what you want to do there. If you want to go for a field goal or a touchdown. But just to let the clock go out and go into the half, throwing the white flag, like, bro, you're an 0-5 football team. You're 0-5. You have 0 wins. What do you have to lose? What do you, like, at this point, you should be pulling out all the tricks in the bag. Matter of fact, you went for it on 4th down, a fake punt. And by the way, you barely got it. But at least that tell me, okay, maybe, you know what? That's what an 0-5 team does, right? Who gives a fuck at this point? What does it matter if you fuck up? You go to 0-6. You're going to probably go to 0-6 anyways, right? So what are you doing there? I couldn't believe it. And then you burn a timeout in the second half. Nonsense timeout. My God, coaching, terrible. Justin Fields, awful. How do you have that guy as your quarterback? I don't care. I am putting Tyrod Taylor in. I don't give 2 shits that Tyrod isn't anything special. He's been a journeyman in the league for a while now. He's probably not going to get you many wins, but he's going to look better than that. He's going to give you more yards than that. What did Fields finish with? And I'm going to get to your chats in a minute. I'm not ignoring you guys, but holy shit. I think he had like 30 yards at one point. 45 yards. You can't win like that, guys. You cannot win like that. Brees Hall, 22 carries, 59 yards. That's pathetic. Terrible. I mean, God, I don't know if I feel bad for the Jets fans or not, but my God, it was bad. Anyways, let's get to your chats. And by the way, real quick, thank you guys for joining me. I know you guys could be, I don't know, on Tom Grossi's. I'm sure Tom Grossi's doing a live stream or whatever, or whoever the big names in the podcast world. And by the way, shout out to Tom Grossi, who sent his followers over to my channel during, I believe, the Super Bowl, and it was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. So shout out to Tom Grossi for doing that. He didn't have to do that, so pretty neat. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Question, Tommy, how do you stay awake watching the Jets? So, look, I got up around, I don't know, 9:30, walked my baby over here, and started watching some football. Why not? I didn't purposely wake up to watch the Jets, though. Right? Not something that, like, you know, I set my alarm for or anything. So, but I was up, and I said, you know what? Why not? And I'll tell you what, it wasn't a terrible game. It was just head scratching. Field sacked 9 times. Yeah, it was. He also holds the ball out, like forever. You know, Broncos offense is around. Yeah, spin. Their offense was. I mean, the Jets defense is not good, and they didn't do anything special either today. I mean, what was the final score there? It was 13-11. I mean, that's terrible. That's about as ugly as a game as you're going to get for the offense, right? Defensively, if you like defense, that was a good game. If you know what I mean? If you're a defensive guy. Scott, Tommy has a woman making heavy breathing noises in his earphones. Keeps him going 7 hours. No, I got some music in the background. Looks like Pittsburgh. I don't know if that was a kick return or not, but they are let me see here. I can't go. RedZone's so quick, by the way. They switch so quick, but I love it. I love RedZone, boy. Sorry, Scott. Both defenses today were legit. Offense is not so much. Jets are horrid on offense. Bro, they're so pathetically bad. And their coaching is just as bad. Maybe you throw a pick six. What are you talking about? On the before the half? Spin once again. If that's what you're talking about. You're 0-5, bro. Like, okay, so like what do you got to lose here? I'm talking about, bro, and first of all, if you're throwing a Hail Mary at that point, you would hope Fields can get to the end zone at the 45, right? Like, that's most quarterbacks can throw a 55-yard pass. The chances of a interception to the house at that point is slim. I'm not saying it can't happen, but usually doesn't, right? So once again, you're 0-5. Who gives a shit? You throw a Hail Mary, and maybe you get lucky, or maybe you get a PI, and the ball's at the 1, and then you can decide what you want to do there, right? But just to sit on your hands and go, you know what? We're fine. Let's just go in a half is a stupid move by their head coach, by Aaron Glenn. That is showing no balls as a head coach. Nothing. Like, what are you doing there? What are you telling people there? And then, yeah, Scott, why not? Why wouldn't you? Now, look, I get their kicker's a little older, but he was making field goals all day. He's been good all year. A 62 in today's, honestly, I know that's a long field goal, but I would take my chances over Justin Fields. I would. Because no one's going to go, oh, we should have went for it on 4th down. Like, no, bro. Everyone sees what Justin Fields is about. He had 45 yards in that game, passing. Go for the field goal. I'm with you. He misses it, okay, whatever. It's just bad coaching. Terrible coaching today. Their coaching let them down big time. Their coaching and their offense. That was pathetic. Washed. I don't know if he's ever been clean. That dude's been bad for a while, bro. He's been bad a while. Let's get to, we got a super chat here. Sophia, hi, fun watch party. Thank you so much, Sophia, for the super chat. I got you. Hold on. You know every super chat gets the Bills train horn. Let's go and hit that up. Thank you so much, Sophia. I appreciate that. All right, let me put the background music back on for me real quick, and then we'll. There we go. There we go. All right. Thank you so much, Sophia, for that. Let's see here. Burn a timeout to punt. Yeah, I don't understand. So you're Scott. Every time I'm disappointed with Brady play calling, I'm reminded what awful looks like. You know, it's a great point, Scott. Honestly, I think I said that in Friday Night Lights, when I said, I gotta say too, like, I'm sure like other fan bases and podcasters, you know, the way they talk about their team's performances are probably very similar. There's probably a lot of complaining going on around the league about their teams and what they're not liking and all that. I'm sure there's very few teams right now that aren't getting the heat, you know, week to week from their fan base or podcasters. Because, yeah, there's a lot of teams underperforming right now. And it is what it is. You're right, Scott. Not every, you know, I think we expect every series to go, you know, get points and go smoothly, but that's just not a reality, right? Like, it's just not, you know what I mean? Even with the perfect offense, you're going to have some games, some series where it's not the best series, right? Or you make a mistake or you turn the ball over. Like, it happens. It's football. But yeah. Let's see here. Tom Garcia. I don't know who's Tom Garcia. You mean, Grassi. You're probably about Grassi. The guy. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I got no problem with him. And man, his channel, he is like, what does he have now? 1 million subscribers? It's fucking wild, man. I'm at 6,000. That dude's at 1 million, I think. Right? It's unbelievable. Oh my God. Hey, I'll tell you what, when I got 100, I was like, whoa, 100 people tuning in. Whoa. 1 million. Can you imagine? Oh man, that's just wild, man. Let's see here. How is easy to get Tommy going? Whatever. See, Smith does it on purpose, man. Colts touchdown, yeah. Colts are playing good football, man. That's the one team I would say, if you're a fan of right now, there's not a lot of, you know, complaining right now, right? I don't think anybody expected a start like the Colts are having. I did not see that coming. I did not see a Daniel Jones-led Colts team at 4-1 at this point. I just didn't see it happen. Like, that's good for them. Hey, Robert, what up, Robert? How you doing, brother? Let's see. What game will be better? Pitt, Cleveland, or Dallas, Carolina? That's a good question. I'll say Pitt, Cleveland. Cleveland's a scrappy team, bro. I mean, though Carolina's had some, like, couple wins that were unexpected. Dolphins last week, you know, kicking the Falcons' ass that 1 week. I think the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game could be interesting because they're just so scrappy. Is it in Cleveland? Let me know. Actually, I can check. Why don't I let me know? Hold on. It's in Pittsburgh. All right, let's. I do have the scoreboard up here, and we'll pop up from time to time. Let me. There we go. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but let's get you up to date on some scores. So, did they take away the Colts touchdown, or maybe no? They didn't. Okay, stupid ESPN. Don't strike me, ESPN. I'm just playing around. 7-0 Colts. Arizona with the ball. First and 10 of Arizona 35. Chargers Dolphins. It's 4th and 3 at Miami 18. Looks like they're probably going to go for a field goal there. Let's see. We'll find out in a minute what they do there. Patriots are up 7-3. They just let's see who. I don't know how the scoring drive went, but okay. Saints were up 3-0, and the Patriots just scored. So 7-3 Patriots. Browns are down 3-0. Steelers are up. Browns with the ball at their own 28. Panthers are up 3-0. Early lead over Dallas. I believe Dallas will win this game, but we'll see. Ravens, Rams 0-0, and Seahawks, Jags 0-0. And if you want to know the score earlier, obviously we were talking about it. Broncos won 13-11 over the Jets. And the Giants on Thursday Night Football upset the Eagles 34-17. Got some problems going on in Philadelphia with A.J. Brown. And you know, I don't know what's going to happen there, but we'll find out. Anyways, let's get rid of that. I'll pop that up when stuff starts to happen. Whatever, spin. Ariola, what's going on, brother? Hey, Tommy, I was wondering what you think the temperature is on McDermott's seat on a scale. Ariola likes to do that too. He knows how I am. I think it's nice and cool, and he's fine, cushiony, and he has the best seat. Trust me, Pagula's got him a nice, comfy seat. So that seat ain't hot, brother. That seat ain't hot. Sophia is a rock star. She is a rock star. Matt Chatter, cool. Good to see you, Tommy. Thumbs up for this dude. Thank you, Matt Chatter. Appreciate you, bro. So you're actually the team from your neck of the woods. Lions look the best to me. Lions right now are, man, you know, I'm probably wrong on them. I had them winning 9-10 games this year because I thought their schedule was pretty brutal to start the season. But you know, and then obviously losing, you know, the coordinators, both coordinators losing their center. I just thought, man, you know, with the schedule, with all that being said, the division getting better, and then the addition of Micah Parsons to Green Bay, I'm like, okay, you know, it's going to be tough for them, but man, they're playing. You're right. You're not wrong. They're playing good football. Offense, defense, special teams. Yeah, I mean, Miami personal foul on field goal. No way. Did they? What idiots? Are you serious? Now it says 3-0 Chargers. Was it after the play? Because on ESPN it just says 3-0. Let's see here. It could have been after though. Spin Hamlin on IR. At least now Hancock should get on the field. Yeah, Hamlin got put on IR. That's interesting. They're saying Ed Oliver may play Monday, by the way, and we'll get into that on pregame. We'll know a little bit more, you know, as far as if he's actually going to play the inactive active. Spin, by the way, our good buddy Spin, who's in the chat, he's usually first to report the inactives and active, you know, the players that are going to be called up or whatever. So Spin will be on top of that pregame. So if you don't get it from me first, more than likely Spin's going to pop it in the chat. Robert, Tommy, do you feel the Bills will trade for a cornerback? McDermott doesn't change lineups very well. Man, look, man, I agree with Mikey, and I agree with most of you guys. We you know, the real need, you know, even though we have a lot of flaws on this team, a lot of things we do need to maybe add some players to or get better at, I would say CB2 is probably the one that sticks out the most. So I agree with that. However, if we could somehow make multiple trades and also get Josh Allen some help, meaning another receiver and a cornerback, a good solid cornerback on top of that, dude, yes, like I'll be happy. Will Brandon Beane do it though? I don't know, man. He's a stickler when it comes to that stuff, man. He doesn't often do it. Now, I'll say this though: the last 2 seasons, though, to give him some credit, he did go out and get Rasul Douglas when we needed help at cornerback, and Rasul Douglas was a help that year. And he got Amari Cooper last year, who was a much needed help at the time when our receiver group was a little flat, which it is right now. You guys can say what you want, but the receiver room is not very good. It's all right. Like, now, can they get better? Let's say we don't add anybody. Do I still believe this unit can play a little bit better than what they're showing? Yes, for sure. Like, I think Palmer can show a little bit more than what he's done, and that's also on Joe Brady. I think Elijah Moore can get more involved. That's also on Joe Brady. Keon Coleman, maybe we get him different routes as well. That's on Joe Brady as well. Like, so Khalil Shakir too, right? Get him going a little bit more. So yeah, I mean, listen, if we don't make a trade for a receiver, we don't bring one in, it is what it is. But that means Brady needs to figure shit out, because you can't keep going on like that. You're just not gonna win the important games in the playoffs with a receiver room that's okay. We just don't have enough talent around the rest of the team to make up for that, right? And you saw what happened when we went against a good run defense and the Patriots, right? They clamped down James Cook and they played us very physical on the receivers, and we couldn't get much going. Kincaid had a great game, but I'm talking about the receiver room. So, and how often does Kincaid actually have those kind of games? Not a lot. So I couldn't even expect Kincaid to be like the answer and be like, all right, well, kind of like Kelsey to the Chiefs, where we're like, you know what, at least we got Kincaid. Kincaid can get, 7,500 yards every game. Like, no, because no one Kincaid. Look, he's already hurt, by the way. I don't know if he's going to play Monday or not. I haven't checked the report. But, can we really expect him to get another 100-yard game against the Falcons if he plays? Like, probably not. I mean, right? So, Spin Oliver for participant at practice. Yeah, so it looks like he's going to play Spin. I mean, and plus he talked to reporters. He said he's feeling good about playing. So more than likely he plays, which is fine. I just hope he doesn't re-aggravate his ankle or anything stupid like that. Knowing our luck, Jesus, it happens. To a sack, that's not a surprise. Ravens up 3-0. Hate them. Yeah. Well, it's early. Once again, it's early. Panthers are also up 3-0. Dallas is in the. Oh boy, Dallas is at the 5 of Carolina. It's 3rd and goal right now for Dallas. So, what up, Ohio against the world? How you doing, brother? Weston Brewster, our Chiefs fan in the house. The Jets need to do Brees Hall a solid and send him to KC. Whatever, Weston. Get out of here. They do not need to do you guys any damn favors, all right? You guys got enough talent over there. You'll be fine. You don't need more. Golly. Yeah, the Jets do need it. I mean, look, they're 0-6, right? Like, they're going to be a seller. Touchdown. Oh, no. Wow, he dropped it. I was about to say touchdown Cowboys. He dropped in the end zone. Good play by the Panthers defender. So more likely it's going to be 3-3 ball game over there. Ravens are up on the Rams 3-0. Rams just picked up a first down. They're almost at midfield. So 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Good defensive play by the Panthers defender there. Prescott had him too. Did you guys know Ken Dorsey is coaching over there in Dallas? I just found that out. It's pretty crazy. He's the special pass game coordinator, some shit like that. So he is a coach over there for the offense. So interesting. Jets of the USFL. Scott. I feel bad for the Jets. 0-6. I don't feel bad for them. Look, the Jets are the Jets, bro. The Jets are continuing to show what they do show really what they are. And that's a losing team that just can't figure shit out. Now, look, I'll say this about the Jets, though. They are in a full rebuild. They got a brand new GM. They got a brand new coaching staff. Could they turn it around next year? It's possible. But sometimes, bro, the writing's on the wall early on some of these coaches. And even players, right? You kind of see early on what you're going to expect down the road. And when it comes to Aaron Glenn, 6 games in, I gotta say, yikes. I don't know if he's the guy. If I'm a Jets fan right now, I'm like, maybe one and done. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some coordinators are just not meant to be head coaches. And I know it sucks because 1 year you're like, man, I already given up on the guy. But man, what do you do? Keep him around, and then you just kind of he just puts you more in a hole, right? And now you start selling selling off, meaning getting rid of your players because you have another losing season. You know what I'm saying? So what? Now you trade Brees Hall, and then you trade Garrett Wilson. And now you got no talent, 0 talent, right? And now you just 2 years tank jobs, and then what? And then you go another year, and then you don't find the right quarterback, and then you finally fire Glenn, and then you're right back to square one with now you got 0 talent. That's rough, man. That is rough. Same with the Dolphins. I gotta say, same thing with the Dolphins. They're gonna wind up firing McDaniel at some point. Question is, will they fire their GM? And if they fire their coach and GM, will they do what kind of like the Jets? Are they gonna continue to go down this road of just hiring bad coaches and GMs and they just can't get it right? It seems like it's just the way it's been for those two teams for a long time. And I got to say, the Buffalo Bills were on that path as well for a long time. Look, I may not love Sean McDermott as the Buffalo Bills head coach, but he's way better than those guys. He's way better than those guys. McDaniel's Jesus, he's spaced out too, man. That guy is spaced out. I don't know what kind of whippets he's taking before the press conference, but that dude is just out of it. The Rams almost scored a touchdown, by the way. Ball was slightly overthrown. I believe it was Adams, wide open. Stafford doesn't miss those much, man. Stafford's a really good quarterback, man. For his age to do what he's doing still, I'll give him credit, man. He's a good quarterback. Let's see what they do here. 3rd and 5. Oh, the Ravens had the pressure on him. He kind of had to, get rid of it. He had Adams, though. Overthrew him. That was 2 overthrows, but the last one wasn't totally his fault under pressure. Man, the Colts. Whew, Colts defense is solid, bro. So they're up 7-0. They just had a big sack on Brissett. So I'm guessing that what's his name is out of the game or not playing this week. So yeah. Let's see here. Robert Trey White is McDermott Bean favorite. McDermott and Bean never move on from their favorite players. Tommy, you have noticed the 2025 Bills players wise is very similar to the 2023 teams. Look, you guys know this by now. This is not a secret that Sean McDermott and Brandon Beane love to bring back former players, aging former players on top of that, right? Jesus. Looks like the Chargers just fumbled, by the way, and the Dolphins recovered. So Chargers are up 3-0, but Miami has the ball 1st and 10 with the fumble recovery. So just a heads up, it was I believe the tight end fumbled the ball for the Chargers. So see, it's going to be interesting game. I think that game's going to be kind of close, and the Chargers might pull away at the end, but we'll see. I think I had the Chargers winning by 6 points or something like that. Let's see here. I would trade our entire wide receiver room for Nacua. 4 accountants. Puka Nacua is so good, bro. He is such a good receiver, so I'm with you. I don't know about trading our whole room, but I get where you're going. Let's see here. Fumble Chargers. Yeah, I just saw that. Crazy. Rams miss a 25-yard field goal. Yikes. You can't miss 25-yard field goals, boy. That's something Tyler Bass would do. Scott Blakely, 7-6 Patriots. That's a close game. Okay. Thank you, Scott, for the update. I'll pop up the scoreboard in a minute. Rams missed the field goal. Yep, Scott. That's 25. It's unacceptable. Cannot miss a field goal like that. That's ridiculous. Like I would be pissed off on a Rams fan. 25 yards. Jesus. Let's see here. Scott Blakely. Good dude. Miami just scored. Did they? Let's see here. Let's pop up the good old ESPN scoreboard here. 7-0 Colts. Cardinals with the ball. Dolphins rushing touchdown. A-Chain 49-yard touchdown. It was a long run. 7-3 Miami. It's early. Still in the first quarter. 4 minutes ago. But A-Chain, man, he's their best player on offense right now, for sure. A-Chain is a hell of a running back. Yeah, like that dude's legit. They're not getting rid of A-Chain for a while like that. You know, and he's on a rookie contract still. So Patriots are up 7-6. Somebody just told me that, but here you are. Browns losing to the Steelers 3-0. So close game. Like I told you guys, that would be a close game. Browns are scrappy. Panthers Cowboys 3-3. Boy, Panthers are weird. Panthers are such a weird team because they're terrible, but yet some games they come to play. I mean, not that the Cowboys are great, but they're better than the Panthers. And it's 3-3 right now early on. 5 seconds left in the first. Jaguars Seahawks 0-0. 3 minutes, about 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Rams, looks like Rams have the ball back. Yeah, so there was an interception on the play. So Rams have the ball at Baltimore's 37, just a heads up. So Rams do get the ball back after the interception. So there's your update around the league right now. So I'll go back to that as in a couple more minutes to get more updated on the scores. I think I heard Poyer is active this week. Is he, Robert? I didn't hear that. Spin, where you at, man? You in the building still? Godly. You know what, man? Me and Mikey were talking about Gabe Davis possibly being called up at some point this season when he gets healthy. It's a real possibility. I definitely can see that happening, especially if the Bills don't make a move at the deadline for a receiver. It's just weird that they're stashing this guy away, letting him rehab. What would be the reason? You know what I mean? So I almost think that they're going to call up Gabe. Jordan Poyer's interesting. That's an interesting one. Would I be shocked if he's active in a game this year? No, I want to be. I mean, you saw Jordan Phillips was active in a few games this year. So would it shock me? No, they wouldn't. He played last year. This isn't a Micah Hyde situation where Micah Hyde had a serious neck injury, and we kind of all knew that Micah Hyde wasn't going to see the field because of that. Too risky. And I think he was just here to kind of be a mentor more than anything at that time, right? Almost like a coach / mentor. But Poyer's different. Poyer still has probably a little bit left in the tank. He played last season, though he didn't play this greatest football, but he knows this defense very well. It wouldn't shock me to see Sean McDermott call Jordan Poyer up at some point, and Gabe Davis. Man, I love me some Corona Premier. Have you? I don't know what kind of beer do you guys like? Now look, some of y'all might not even be beer guys or beer women. Some of y'all might just like liquor. Liquor, that just doesn't do it for me. I mean, if I do have liquor, it's probably a girly liquor drink. No offense to the woman out there, but I'm just not. I just don't like hardcore liquor. Right? I don't need anything burning my chest. Right? So if I have like a liquor drink, it's gonna be like a strawberry daiquiri. Can I get a strawberry daiquiri, please? Oh, God. Frozen, of course. Oh my God. Let's see here. F the Patriots. Touchdown, did they? Patriots. Damn those Patriots. I'm so glad this bummer week of Bills is over with. I'm ready for Josh to go crazy on Monday. Yeah. Let's get back to winning and go into the bye week on a good note. All right, we can get healthy and figure out what we're going to do, potentially for the trade deadline and hopefully make some moves, man. We still, even with the win, guys, we got glaring holes on this team that if we could fix and correct by making some trades, why not do it? I hope Bean doesn't sit on his hands. I really don't. Oh wait. Scott said offensive pass interference doesn't count. See, Ben, Tommy needs that umbrella in his drink. Hey, look, if I'm getting a frozen strawberry daiquiri, you better include the umbrella. Like, yeah, hell yeah. If you don't, then I'm not a happy camper. Let's see. Sophia says Coors Light, first beer I ever had. I mean, look, I almost could drink any kind of light beer. I mean, for the most part, I mean, they're all okay. Like, if I'm somewhere, I'm not gonna, let's say if I'm at a barbecue, and all they had was Coors Light, I'm not gonna be like, no, thank you. Like, no, I only drink Corona Premier. I'll have the Coors Light, right? Now, I won't be like chugging them down and having a whole bunch. Not that I drink a lot of beer anyways, but yeah, like I said, if I'm out somewhere and that's all they had, and they offer me a Bud Light or Coors Light or Miller Light or those light beers, I'd be like, sure. But my go-to is this one right here, Corona Premier. It's like super light beer, and it's good, man. It's so damn good. So that's my go-to. What now? Pass interference on Saints. What's going on here, Scott? First you tell me. Let's see here. Let's go back to the scoreboard because Scott is all over the map. All right, Cardinals scored a touchdown, by the way. So it's 7-7. Bam Knight. What a name. Bam Knight with the touchdown. 7-7 Colts Cardinals. Dolphins 7-6 over the Chargers. So it's a close game there in Miami. Patriots are up 7-6. 3rd and 3 at New Orleans 43. Brown Steelers 3-0. Almost end of the first. Let's see here. Cowboys are up 9-3. Cowboys just scored a touchdown. Dak Prescott for a touchdown there. So Cowboys should win. So they're up 10-3. Seahawks are losing to the Jaguars 6-0. Ravens are up on the Rams 3-0. And that's it. That's your update right now as we sit here. So let's take a look at this Patriots 3rd and 3. And we'll stick to that for a minute and see what's going on here. I'll give the Corona Light a try. No, Sophia. Corona Premier. You got to get it right. I can't even listen. Corona Light and Corona Premier, two different tastes. I promise you. Try Corona Premier. I think it's probably the same price. All right, so you're not gonna it's not like high price beer, right? So Corona Premier. That's the beer you want to try. If you have lime, definitely put a lime in it. I don't have lime, seriously. But have a nice ice cold Corona Premier. It's smooth, man. And also too, I gotta say, it doesn't give me heartburn. It doesn't give me heartburn at all. So when I got older, I started getting heartburn. Never had it like for most of I never had heartburn. And then when I got in my 40s, I started getting heartburn. From a lot of things, but beer would also give me heartburn. And then this is the only beer that doesn't give me heartburn. And it also like no headaches or nothing like that. It's a smooth beer. So, and I only drink, like I said, I'd probably drink like 3 of them during game day, 4. I'm not a heavy drinker. Ariel, I'm not a fan of booze, but I'll fire up the split. To each his own. To each his own. Corona Premier. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, definitely try it. I promise you'll like it. Like, I'll be surprised if you're like, this is disgusting. Yeah. But hey, you never know. Everyone has different taste. Let's see here. So, Jaguars with the ball, 6-0, 1st and 10. They're at their 45, and they're still at their 45. They had a little handoff there, didn't go anywhere. All right, see here. Patriots, 1st and 10 at their 40. Oh, is this the pass interference? Oh, man. Drake May just pulled a Josh Allen move. A little pitch there. That was crazy. Boy, is Drake May like just watching Josh Allen highlights? Because, boy, he is pulling out some Josh Allen moves, man. Like, seriously. Patriots just scored a touchdown, by the way. Drake May, 25-yard to Booty. May to Booty. It's 14-6 Patriots. They got the lead right now. The Patriots should win that game, but it could be close. It could be a close game. I mean, right now it is close. So we'll see, man. We'll see what the Saints wind up doing. Obviously, as Bills fans, we would love the Saints to win this game, but the chances are slim. The Saints are a bad football team, but you never know, right? The Saints did win last week, but yeah, I mean, the Patriots are coming off a good victory. They're feeling themselves right now. Let's see this touchdown pass. That was a nice pass. I don't know if you guys watched it, but yeah, it was a. I'll tell you what, the Saints defender had it, but since both defender and receiver came down with the ball, the possession goes to the offense. It always goes to the offensive player. So yeah, it doesn't matter anyways, actually. So he took it away, kind of. They were fighting for it when he hit the ground. But Booty had the ball when he landed, kind of. You know what I mean? So, but it wouldn't matter anyways, since both had their hands on it. It goes to the offense. So, touchdown, Patriots. They're going to go up 14-6. Unless you're Charles Clay. Charles Clay, remember that one play? Because you guys all remember that. Allen throws him a beautiful pass to win the game, and he drops it. So Scott, not a fan of Corona. Blah, he's throwing. He gives us the throw up emoji. So that tells me Scott doesn't like Corona. Hey, look, man, to each his own. Scott, to each his own. I get it, right? But I don't know, man. I got hooked on this beer, and I've been drinking it for shit, man. I don't know, last 2-3 years. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. But like I said, man, I also like girly liquor drinks. So who am I, right? Who am I? Let's get the scoreboard back up and get you guys up to date. Man, what is going on here? Why is this seem so? There we go. Is that better for you guys? Does it seem a little bit more better? You guys can see the scoreboard there. All right, good. Cardinals 7-7 with the Colts right now. End of the first, so they're going in the second quarter 7-7. Second quarter just started in Miami. Dolphins with the ball. They're up 7-6. Patriots, Saints, end of the first quarter. Patriots up 14-6. So Saints are hanging around. We'll see what happens. Browns, Steelers still 3-0. Second quarter, 12 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Steelers with the ball at Cleveland's 45. Second quarter, Cowboys, Panthers. Cowboys up 10-3. Panthers driving. They have 2nd and 3 at Dallas 47. Seahawks, Jags. Jags up 6-0 in the second quarter. It's 1st and goal, though, for Seattle right now. They're at Jacksonville's 10. Let's see what happens here in Jacksonville. Let's see if Seattle gets some points on the board. And we'll hold it there real quick. But Ravens and Rams, Ravens up 3-0. Rams with the ball, 3rd and 1 at LA 43. That's actually first down now for the Rams at the 47. Let's go back to the Seahawks-Jaguars game. Seahawks with the ball, 2nd and goal at Jacksonville 4. So Seahawks are, boy, they're getting close. They're getting close. No, Tommy. The time Charles Clay caught the ball and never let go of the ball, and then the defender got his hands on the ball and they ruled it. I don't remember that. I'll have to look that up. Jeez. You know what, man? Those times I kind of like, a lot of those bad memories. I just kind of like kick them out of my thoughts. So, I'll have to go back and look at the game. Charles Clay, our fullback tight end, undersized tight end. We love our undersized players, by the way, here. Though, in Miami, he was their tight end, obviously, but he was initially a fullback for Miami, and they made him into a tight end, but he was undersized tight end. Not my ideal tight end. Though he wasn't the worst tight end in the world, but he also wasn't the best. Right? I can't remember who they played. See, I told you. I grew up in the 80s, and back then we called the California Coolers. Lots of great high school and college memories. Drink coolers. Yeah. Hey, I drank some in my lifetime. I also drank some disgusting liquor and beer when I was in my 20s because it was cheap, right? I don't know if you guys remember St. Ives. It was like a fruity malt liquor. Oh man, me and my friends used to drink those. They're $2 for a 32 ounce. Because in Florida we weren't allowed. They didn't sell 40s. They sold 32s. And you can get like a St. Ives at the time had like I said, malt liquor, fruity malt liquor, and like it was actually it wasn't terrible for a malt liquor. Like, OE was not the greatest. We drank that. Steel Reserve, I'm going to tell you right now, that is the most disgusting beer you'll ever drink. But it's like 8% alcohol, something like that, 7%. Like, you can get pretty buzzed or drunk off some Steel Reserve. So, and it's cheap. So, as young, 20-year-olds, we were drinking a lot of those too, going into nightclubs because we didn't have a lot of money to spend in the club. So you get yourself a 6-pack or a couple 32s of Steel Reserve, and you're pretty good to go. And then of course, cheap liquor would be like Mad Dog 2020, which is I believe is still around, but it's so disgusting. So once again, when you're young, yeah, you can drink that crap, right? The malt liquors and the disgusting liquor. The coolers, I wasn't really a fan of, but we would get them for girls or whatever. And they were never cheap either. The wine coolers or whatever. But I would drink it if there was nothing else in the house or whatever. We had some in the fridge, but yeah, they're too, yeah, they didn't do much for me. So at that time, I just wanted to get buzzed and drunk whatever club we were going to, or whatever party we were at. Right? That's the goal. The goal wasn't to be like, oh, I enjoy this liquor. It tastes so good that's all I'm here for is good tasting drinks. Right? Nobody thought that. Nobody. Can you imagine going to a party, right? Like, just wanted to be like, I only, like, it's like a wine tasting contest. Right? Oh my God. Let's see here. Cool Breeze was the drink. Oh yeah, Cool Breeze. I remember that. Yeah. I remember when God, what was the drink? It's around still. Mike's Hard Lemonade came out. That was like a big deal. right? It's not bad. It's not terrible, right? And then they came out with now recently, or not, I don't know how long it's been around for, but Twisted Tea, right? Like, oh, and then you know what? Like, what would you say? 5 years ago, whatever that was, 4, 5, 6 years ago, they came out with the what everyone's drinking now. What are they called? The hard seltzers that every beer company is selling now. Hard seltzers everywhere. I saw one of Sunny D. Sunny D has a hard seltzer. The kids drink. Right? It's like, what the fuck? And I'm curious what it tastes like. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't tried it yet. No good on the field goal by the Dolphins, by the way. So Dolphins blew a chance to go up 10-6, still 7-6. Chargers the ball. Rams are driving right now, by the way. Rams are at the Ravens 15. And they get maybe a yard and a first down. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 coming up for the Rams. Let's see what happens there. Do they still make Tang? They do. I believe they do. I didn't drink a lot of it, though. Tang. Not that it was terrible. I just wasn't a big Tang guy. But if it was the only thing in the house, I would drink it. Puka Nacua got a little banged up there. He's on the turf there in Baltimore. And they're looking after him. Let's see what happens here for Puka. Hopefully he's all right. But yeah, they're going to commercial break. It's going to be 3rd and 11 at Baltimore 18 after they return. 7-7 Colts Cardinals. They're showing the injury. He just landed really rough on his. Looks like what did he get hurt? I mean, he landed on his right side, so I don't know what he really got hurt there, but he went back down. He got up and then he went back down. So, okay. He's holding his leg, actually. So he's holding like his ankle area, but he got up to walk off, and then he took like, I don't know, 3 or 4 steps, and he went back down to the ground. So it could be an ankle injury. I didn't see it twist. I mean, who knows? But he's definitely around his ankle area. So Browns just traded for Campbell, playing right off the bat. If Bills had him instead of White, they'd win last Sunday. Yeah, like once again, I don't know why Brandon Beane loves to sit on his hands when teams are sellers. And you can get some guys at a reasonable, price, right? But once again, I go back to Brandon Beane and him hoarding his draft picks. Like, we're like nailing our draft picks. Get a guy that could be impactful for you now. We're in the now. Like, that's one thing I hate that Brandon Beane's, he's always looking in the future. And I'm okay with that in a sense, but we're right now. We're in the now. And the now is we're in week 6, and we got some glaring holes on this team that need to be fixed. And I don't know if the players we have currently on the roster are going to be able to fix those problems. What does that mean? You need to go out and get some players, right? There's going to be sellers. Can't wait around and sit on your hands and hope everything's going to be all right, right? If you believe in this team and you believe in their opportunity to make it to a Super Bowl, you got to help this team, and you got to get rid of some of those draft picks. The ones that really aren't even working out anyways. So what are you really losing here? That you don't even know what you're getting yet in the draft. You're not even there yet. So look, it's okay to take some chances. It's okay to step outside your comfort zone and get rid of some draft picks. Oh my God, Arizona with a terrible interception. They were in the red zone. Colts just picked off Brissett over there. So by the way, the Rams 4th and 11, they're going for a field goal. They missed a 25-yard field goal earlier. This is a 35, I believe. Let's see. That one's good. So it's 3-3. Rams, Ravens. Rams are man. They should be up in this game, right? They should not be 3-3 right now. Ravens are playing terrible football this year. And just to have 3 points right now. Chargers in the red zone. There's a flag on the play. Probably on the Chargers, maybe a false start, and it is. So let's get the scoreboard back up. Once again, I appreciate you guys rocking with me today. I said, why not? You know, I know you guys could be somewhere else. But, you know, hey, you know, we don't play till tomorrow anyway, so I got nothing better to do. I'm watching Red Zone anyways. So I'm just chilling here with you guys. Lee, you are correct. We need guys now. AFC is wide open. Exactly. Like, stop fucking around. You know what I mean? Like, you see other teams loading up, right? Like, that's how you improve your team. That's how you know if you're serious or not, right? As a GM going, okay, how serious are we right now? Do we really believe in this team? That this team can go, to a Super Bowl if we get these extra additions? Right? Because, come on, man, there's no way in hell that McDermott and company are looking at Trey White and going, yeah, we're pretty confident we're pretty confident in Trey White to be that guy at CB2 for the rest of the season and into the playoffs. Like, if they're thinking that, then, man, right there, you got to go. Like that's another reason then why this coaching staff and Sean McDermott and, I hate to say it, Brandon Beane, even though I like him, but if you really feel that way and you're feel that strong about the players you have on this team that are underperforming, and you're going to stick with them when you have an opportunity to get better and potentially go to the Super Bowl, then, guys, I hate to say it, then we're never going to go. Because to me, that's stubbornness, and that's them wanting to prove a point that the guys they drafted, the guys that they brung in, they're the guys to lead this team. And we're not going to go out and get anybody. Like, you can't think that way. But I'll say this, like I said earlier in the podcast, to Brandon Beane's credit, over the last 2 seasons, he's at least seen the issues and he's addressed the issues. Rasul Douglas the 1 year, Amari Cooper last year. So I'll give him his dues for that. He didn't sit on his hands. So I'm hoping he understands you can't sit on your hands this time around, because we have issues, folks, right? Don't let the record fool you. You saw that last week when we went against a better defense. You see where the offense struggled. You also see where the defense struggled in CB2 and Trey White. It's not good. You're not going to get far in the playoffs with that. Not. 9-7 Chargers. Okay, there we go. And I think the Saints just scored. Let me pop that up on the scoreboard here. So let's get you guys updated, right? Why not? This is the NFL Red Zone watch party on the Mafia Sports Report. Big watch party here. Though we've been talking about beer, liquor, and other stuff outside of the Red Zone games. Cardinals, Colts tied up 7-7, 10 minutes to go in the second quarter. Chargers are up 9-7 over the Dolphins right now, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Patriots are up 14-13. Saints just scored a touchdown. Close game, folks. Browns, Steelers with another field goal. They're up 6-0, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cowboys, Panthers tied at 10. 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. That's a surprising score. Cowboys should be up. Cowboys are driving, though. It's 3rd and 4 at Carolina 30. We'll see what happens there. I'll keep it on the screen. Seahawks are now up 10-6 over the Jaguars. And the Ravens are tied 3-3, 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. So let's stick with the Cowboys-Panthers game at 10-10, 3rd and 4 at Carolina 30. So they are in field goal range. Let's see what happens here on 3rd and 4. And I'm looking at the red zone right here to my right as well. Baltimore at the ball, 3rd and 2. And they just picked up a first down. So it's going to be first down, Baltimore at their 32. So Cowboys did not get the first down. It is 4th and 4 at Carolina 30. They are going more than likely for a field goal here. Puka is returned questionable his foot, so more than likely his ankle. He looks to be in a lot of pain. So chances are slim he comes back in this game. So that's a big loss for the Rams. I got to say it's a big loss. Though they still got some decent receivers over there, obviously. Adams. Oh, man. It looked like a fumble by the Ravens, but they're probably going to call it incomplete. I wonder if his knee was down on the sack attempt. Let's see here. So Rams got to him. Let's see. No, he got rid of it. Okay. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. But boy, dangerous. All right, so let's get back to your guys' comments here. So remove that. All right. I will stick to bourbon. All right. Oh, man. Let's see here. If I missed anything. All right, we all know the NFL's entertainment at the fans' expense. Expenses rigged. You think the NFL's rigged? See, I don't think the NFL's rigged. I don't. Like, I just don't buy that. No, I don't. Now, look, you know, when we talk about, because there is people out there that believe sports in general is rigged, right? A lot of sports betting and gambling. Everyone's like, oh, you see. I just find it very hard to believe that the NFL is rigged with this, you know, this many players on a team. Everything has to go right, you know, for it to be rigged. Like, now, I will say this, though. Could a referee rig a game, meaning he's gambling? Sure. Like, that's happened in the NBA, right? Like, and I'm sure there's a referee that's probably did it in the NFL, maybe never got caught, or who knows, but throws a flag, you know, because whatever, he's betting on the game. Like, that's possible, sure. But to say the NFL is scripting and rigging games, like, oh, hey, we want it to keep, you know, let's keep it to this amount of point. Like, I don't buy that. Like, I don't. You know, oh, this guy dropped the ball on purpose. Like, you know, that's other things. So, like, see, this guy, he could have got to the quarterback, but he chose, you know, he let go at the last second of his leg. And then he, like, guys, it's sports. I've seen crazy shit happen in real life playing sports. Like, that shouldn't have happened, right? I told you guys, high school basketball, like, it's happened to me in a game. Like a comeback that I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was playing it. It was unbelievable, right? Like, you can't make this shit up, but it happens. It's sports. So no, I don't believe in the whole rigged thing. I just don't, you know. Now, once again, can referees, officials, yeah. I will say this, boxing, maybe, you know, boxing, they used to, you know, a fighter can take money and take the fall. Sure. Yeah. I'm with that, right? Like, now, but that happened probably way more back in the day. You know what I mean? Boxing was the ultimate sport for being rigged, right? For boxers taking money to take falls, 100%. You know what I mean? But are you telling me Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas, right? Like, on purpose? Like, no. You know what I mean? It just happened. It wasn't rigged. He just caught Buster Douglas on a bad night, right? And Mike Tyson did not train hard, and it is what it is. By the way, Dallas just scored a touchdown, so they're going to be up 17-10 on Carolina. Yeah, refs are bad. I mean, but the refs, listen, refs are bad in every sport, and umpires, right? Every sport, right? So, and by the way, judges are bad too, in like boxing and MMA. They get it wrong a lot, right? So, I don't think it's rigged. I just think sometimes it's poor officiating, poor refs, bad judges. You know, everybody sees things differently too. I don't know. Diggs missed the catch in the KC playoff game. That felt intentional. I don't think so. It was just a bad catch. I mean, how many drops, did we see during the course of being a Bills fan that should have happened? What about the Stevie Johnson drop against Pittsburgh? You think he wanted to drop the ball there? I mean, that was a walk-in touchdown. He felt terrible, right? He was really upset about that. It happens. It happens. I mean, you wouldn't think, but it's the way it works. Saints just got a big sack on May. They're in the second quarter. Saints are down 14-13 with 5 minutes and 50 seconds to go before the half. So Saints are keeping around, man. Saints are definitely. By the way, it was a terrible snap. It wasn't May's fault, but May had to dive down and get the ball. So bad snap. It was actually a fumble. It wasn't even a sack. Robert, Tommy, football is rigged when my team loses. Football isn't rigged when my team wins. Robert. There you go, Robert. When do you think the Browns will allow Sanders to showcase his skills? Well, I thought last week, I don't know his name, but I thought he played pretty good football. I'm not going to lie. I thought he played pretty well for the Browns, their other rookie quarterback. I don't know what he's doing today, but obviously whatever Sanders is doing in practice and whatever is just not allowing him to see the field. I gotta say, I don't know if you guys saw his press conference or him talking to the media. I believe it was earlier this week, and he was doing the whole 5-year-old acting like a 5-year-old to the reporters, where they were asking him questions and he was talking, but he wasn't really talking. So he was, acting like he was talking, acting like a child. And I guess he thought that was cute. I have no idea. But dude, act your age, right? And I get it. He's still young, but he's still an adult, right? You're a man. You're 20 years old, whatever he is, 21. You're still an adult, right? You're not 5 years old here. I know you might be upset. Maybe that was the reasoning. You're being a funny guy, but it just goes to show you why, potentially another reason why he's not starting, acting like that. Like that's who you want to be your leader, a guy that acts like a child. Like, dude, look, if you want to express your feelings, I have no problem with that. If you're not happy about not being the quarterback, then say it, right? Don't act like a fucking child, like an idiot. And a goofy fucking idiot. Like, I would have much rather him go, no, man, you know what? I feel like I should be the starter. I feel like I've had a better preseason. I feel like I've been better in camp. Like, hey, okay. You know what I mean? He's speaking from the heart rather than what he did. Like, that was so childish. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Miami 10-9. Thank you so much. Rams 3-3 on the Ravens. Yep. I'll pop that back up here so you guys can see the current scoreboard across the NFL on this Red Zone watch party. So, Colts are up 14-7 over the Cardinals with 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Cardinals do have the ball at Indy 40, 3rd and 7. We'll see what happens there. I'll go back to that game. The Dolphins are winning right now 10-9 over the Chargers, 4 minutes to go. Chargers do have the ball at their own 39, 2nd and 6. We'll see how that drive goes. Patriots, Saints. Patriots are up 14-13. Saints do have the ball. 1st and 10 at New England's 37. They are driving. That's very interesting. They could potentially take the lead on a field goal or a touchdown. Steelers are now up 9-0. Yeah, I mean, the Steelers are more than likely going to win this game, but the Browns are, like I said, they're scrappy, but what do you want? Like, their defense is doing as best as they can. and their offense is giving them nothing. Kind of like the Jets today, giving them nothing. Cowboys are up 17-10 over the Panthers. 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. And who has the ball right now? Panthers have the ball at Dallas 49, 1st and 10. So the Panthers are driving. Seahawks are up 10-6 over the Jaguars right now. 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 4th and 7. Looks like Seahawks are going to punt the ball there. Rams 3-3 in the second quarter. 4 minutes to go until the half. That game might come down to the wire as well, man. Especially losing Puka for the Rams, man. But Ravens are playing a lot better today. You got to give them credit. Holding the Rams to 3 points so far. That's pretty good. What was the game I was going to stick to? Oh, right here. The Saints and Patriots. So we'll stick with this one here. Saints are driving. They're at New England's 26. It's 1st and 10 Saints. So let's go New Orleans. As Bills fans, obviously, we want the Saints to win this game. That would, quiet down the Patriots fans quite a bit if you lose to the Saints. So, I don't think so. I still think the Patriots win this game, but the Saints are fighting, man. The Saints are definitely fighting this game. Give me 1 second, guys. I got a package from Amazon. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I promise. Give me 1 second, guys. Because you got to be careful. These fucking people like to steal off your porch. Oh, all right. I'm back. No porch pirates taking my package. Spin, you want to buy anything that's made in China, you better buy them now before the... Yeah, I know. I heard. I think it's 100%, some shit like that, right, Spin? So, yeah. Luckily, not luckily, but right now I'm in no position to buy anything. Right, unless it's important food and just the basic needs that I have to survive. But luckily for me, I bought a lot of my things I wanted in life early on when I had the money. So I'm good. Like in this room, I don't even watch the TV, but you guys see that Bills Mafia banner or flag or whatever sitting behind me. It was actually a 65-inch TV I just bought a year ago. And I think I've turned it on 5 times. And in my living room, I got an 86-inch LG that I bought 4 years ago. And I love it, but I only watch it during Bills games. I used to watch it a lot more when I first got it because I just loved it. But now I barely turn it on. I turn it on during game days. And in my room, in my bedroom, I have a projector that I purchased off eBay years ago. I mean, 2018. And it was $300 and it's great. I love it. And it goes up to 100 inch, but I only use, 75 I go to on the wall. But dude, I'm set. I'm good. I own my car. I own my stuff. The only thing I don't own is the home I live in. I rent, but I'm good, man. I'm fine. I don't need much. Oh, the Jaguars almost broke it free to the house. First down, Jags. 3 minutes to go in that game. Let's go on. What's going on here with the Saints Patriots? A 2-minute warning. 3rd and 4 at New England 20. Let's see. We'll keep it there for now. See what happens when they get back from 2-minute warning. Tommy, I'm so lucky. Terrace can't screw me over to Porta buy them. Anyways, yep, exactly. Spin, right. Gas prices are supposed to go down to under 2 at some point. Now that I like. See what I mean? I used to not really care too much because I used to work from home for a long time, but now that I have to go drive to where I work, which is on-site security, I have to get on a highway and use some gas. So, yes, let's get that gas down to under $2, please. That would definitely help me out. Outside of that, I'm good, man. You know, obviously food prices have gone up, but I think that's normal, guys. Like that's, you know, I remember buying Little Debbie's snack cakes, like the box. It used to be a 99 cents forever, and now they're like $2.50 a box. So, but once again, it's kind of expected. Things aren't going to always stay at their price. I will say this: cereal, though, has been this. I mean, from what I remember, cereal has not really gone up much. It's kind of been the same price. Am I wrong? I mean, I could be wrong there, but I'm pretty sure cereal's been pretty much the same price for a long time. Obviously, eggs went up because they're making you have to have certain eggs now or whatever. Like, I don't know. So, but I remember when I first moved to Michigan, guys, you can get a dozen of eggs for like under $1. And now, cage free. So now they're cage free. Now they're like super expensive. I remember orange juice used to be reasonably priced, and now orange juice expensive as hell. I guess they're having some shortage in Florida, something like that. So, yeah, certain things went up, certain things stayed the same. But I can tell you this: nothing's went down. Nothing's went down. All right, let's get to some score updates here around the league. Gas prices are supposed to, I already saw that. Okay, I read that. Sorry again. We got 37 of you in here. Man, geez, I'm nowhere near Tom Grassi and his chats. He has like 1,000 people. I don't know how those dudes with like, that have like that many subscribers, when they go live, and you should see their chats. Like, I do not know how they keep up. Like, and I know they don't. Like, I'm sure they're basically picking one or two that aren't super chats to read. But it's wild, man. I mean, I remember only one time on this channel where we had something kind of close to that. By the way, the Ravens just had a nice punt return, so they're in Rams territory. But anyways, it was the Bengals Bills regular season game where the Damar Hamlin incident happened, and me and Mikey went live when the game was officially canceled. And bro, we had to have at least 1,500 people in our chat. It was nuts, and we could not keep up. I mean, it was impossible. And I think that was because this was a lot of different fan bases around the world that wanted to hear what Bills fans had to say about the incident. But that was insanity. It was crazy. So I get it. Like when it comes to that, when you have that many people in the room, 1,500, 2,000 people, sometimes like, it's impossible. Like, it's really impossible. So, and look, sometimes I have a tough time just keeping up with, when we have our busy nights here, which, busy for us is like, I don't know, 200 people or something like that on a regular. We average about, I would say, our lives are around 150, 200. Even then, I need Mikey to help with the chat. That's why Mikey, for the most part, when we're live together. He handles the chat, so I can do everything else on my end. All the cool sound effects and the clips that I pop up for you guys. So, yeah. So, anyways, that's just what my thoughts about those other streamers that have that many followers. That's wild to me. So let's see what's going on around the league right now. So, wow, the Saints took the lead, by the way. I'll go back to that. Colts up 14-7. And it looks like Colts have the ball. Okay, so Colts have the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 29. There's about a minute and 56 seconds. So they got time for a 2-minute drive here to put some points on the board. Ravens are knocking at the door, boy. They're right there. But anyways, let's go to the rest of the league. You got the Dolphins are up 10-9. Dolphins do have the ball at their own 38. 1st and 10. You got a minute and 20 seconds to go. I got to say, man, Chargers 3-2. They lose this game. Man, that makes it, 3 losses in a row? That would not be good. Losing to a bad Dolphins team, not good. Like, if you're a Chargers fan, boy, and you lose that game, you are going to be pissed off, man. Saints up 16-14. Patriots do have the ball, 2nd and 7 at their own 42. Very interested. This game might come down to the wire, man. We'll see what happens there. Steelers up 9-0. If the Browns offense could do anything here, they could make it a game. They really could. I mean, honestly, they're 1 touchdown away from being right back into it. I thought, like, all the Steelers have are field goals. It's wild to me. Cowboys are up 17-10 over the Panthers. 25 seconds to go. Panthers do have the ball, 4th and 10 at Dallas 37. So I'm expecting a long field goal here. We'll see what happens there. Seahawks are up 10-6 with a minute 56 to go before the half. Jaguars have the ball at Seattle's 29, 1st and 15. It's actually 3rd and 9 now at Seattle 23. So see what happens there. But Jaguars are in field goal range, so they could put some points on the board before the half. Rams 3-3. We'll keep it here. A 3rd and goal at LA 1, at the Rams 1. So you would think here that it would be Henry getting the ball here, and it's not. They did a direct snap to Mark Andrews for no gain. So now you get a 4th and goal at Rams 1. Why wouldn't you not run Derrick Henry there on 3rd and 1? I get it. You're doing your little version of your tush push, but I don't like it. You got a bruiser running back who can easily pick up 1 yard. Like, you need to be running Derrick Henry there. I'm sorry. Like, I do not like that play call. Let's see what they do here on 4th and goal. Will they go for it with a minute left in the second quarter? I'm sorry, not a minute left. 9 seconds to go. So so it did say a minute. I don't know why I said a minute. Now it's 9 seconds. So they didn't get it. Very curious what they do here. Do they just take the field goal, take the points? Boy, Rams thought they had a fumble there, by the way. And Rams were like, a player was running to the other end side of the field. But I think they blew the whistle. McVay is not happy, by the way. McVay feels like that was a fumble. I have to see the play. Let me see the play here again. So Andrews, they're pushing at the pile here, trying to get him in. There is a fumble, but did the refs blow the whistle before the Rams got the fumble? More than likely they did, but McVay's probably arguing that they didn't do it in time. Let's see what happens here. Very interested. 12 seconds to go. 4th and goal at the 1, and it looks like Rush is still out there. Curious what they do. No, wait a minute. What happened here? The Rams have the ball now. 3-3. It says Derrick Henry left end for -2 yards. Wow. So much for my run, Derrick Henry. Oh, yikes. They don't get in. They don't get in. I just got here. What are we talking about? We're just talking about bullshit, really. All right, you really want to get updated? I'm going to give you some updates of what we've been talking about. We've been talking about beer. We've been talking about cheap beer. We've been talking about liquor. We've been talking about fruity drinks. We've been talking about how bad the Jets were. We're talking about some NFL red zone and tariffs and gas prices and egg prices. So there's your update on the NFL Red Zone watch party here on the Mafia Sports Report. I hope you enjoy that catch up there of what we've been talking about here on the Mafia Sports Report. So yeah, man, that's pretty much what we've been talking about. Pretty interesting stuff here. Right? You're gonna get it all here. Oh, cereal. Talking about a little bit about cereal prices. So yeah, Henry is washed. Sophia, oh no, is he? He's just. I think maybe he's washed because the team is just playing like dog shit. Tua going deep. Did he catch that? Wow, he was bobbling it, and I think he caught it. Waddle, I don't know. 1st and 10. Let me see here. I mean, it was a good throw. So yeah, they called it 2nd and 20. So they did mark that as a catch. So let's get to that game. So it's 10-9, 3rd and 12 at the Chargers 19. Let's see what happens here. We'll keep it here for you guys. So I'm trying to do my best to keep you guys updated on what the stream is all about, and that's the NFL Red Zone. Oh my God. Oh man, Bills fan. Yeah. Hey, it's good. Some good stuff here, man. It's good stuff here. There is a flag on the Patriots Saints game. I don't know if there was a touchdown there. What happened there? Let's see here. By the way, 4th and 2 at Chargers 9. 26 seconds to go. More than likely, the Dolphins will go for a field goal here, and they did. So they're going to be up 13-9 in that game. Colts are up 14-10. Dolphins are up 13-9. They're in the half. So that was some good points they put on the board before the half. The Patriots, 1st and goal at the Saints 1. Penalty forced at New Orleans 1. So there is a penalty that was on the Saints for encroachment. So it looks like the Patriots are 31 seconds to go. More than likely going to score here. Let's see what happens here. 1st and goal at New Orleans 1. We'll keep it here. Let's see what happens. This is how they get elected. People are done. Yeah. People are. I don't know what to tell you. And getting the. Okay. We're. That I don't look. I got my own opinions on everything, but I don't get into it here only because I don't want people thinking one way or the other. At least for me, nothing to do with me, not on this channel, right? Maybe one day I'll start something else up, but not here. You're listening. So you see how it's going on the channel. Yeah, no, look, man, it's sports, man. Let's keep it one way, but y'all can talk. Look, y'all keep it whatever y'all want to talk about. Really, I don't care. Whatever. Talks amongst yourselves. Talks amongst yourselves in the chat. Talks amongst yourselves. But yeah, I did listen. It's funny. I'm not gonna name names, but I had a guest on here years ago, and he added me on Facebook. Now on my Facebook, I gotta say I'll write where the fuck I want to write, right? It's my fucking Facebook, right? It has nothing to do with this channel. But I gotta say too, I'm not a big politics guy. I'm really not, and I don't like speak a lot of politics because I don't really follow it, a lot. So I don't want to speak about something that I don't really know that much about. You know what I mean? And get caught up in a conversation that maybe I don't know too much about, and whatever. So I think I wrote something on my Facebook timeline, and it was something like, I don't know. I think I said, is Joe Biden really doing a good job? Something like that. It wasn't even like, oh, I love Trump, Biden sucks. Like, it had nothing. I think I was just asking a question. And this guy messaged me on my Facebook Messenger and was like, oh, you fucking love Trump, you fucking racist. And he blocked me. He didn't even let me respond. Like, look, if you're going to do that, right? And I'm just saying for everybody out there, if you're in if you come at somebody like that, right, and you're like throwing some allegation that someone's racist or something, whatever the case may be, and you don't let that person get an opportunity to respond, then you're a coward, right? Then I don't want nothing to do with you anyways. You're a piece of shit, because that's a weak way out, right? You call me a racist. What does that have to do with anything? What are you talking about here? So yeah, it was crazy. And then my cousin also years ago during the lockup, remember when we all locked up in our house, I had wrote something about something to do with that, but nothing crazy. I think I was just like, look, I'm going to do what I fucking want to do. I'm going to leave my house. I'm going to go where the fuck I want to go. Something like that. Once again, it wasn't over the top, talk. And boy, she got on. By the way, I didn't even talk to my cousin. I don't know. She added me years ago. We never had any type of conversation up until that point. And then I'm the terrible person. I'm the worst person. And I told her, what are you even looking at my Facebook for? And if you don't like it, leave me alone and unfriend me. I don't even talk to you. I go, what are you bugging me about? So, yeah. So, once again, that's why I don't mix. I learned my lesson. I don't mix this here, what we're doing here, to my personal life and my Facebook. Because, once again, it's not that I'm putting this wild stuff on my Facebook. But if I did want to say something, I have the right to. And I don't want people being offended. When on here, it's totally... I just don't want to talk Buffalo's football, have fun, talk everything else. We can have fun and talk beer and liquor and whatever the fuck we talk about here. But when it comes to serious shit where people are like in their feelings, I'm good. Like, I don't want to... I'm totally good, man. I don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? Like, I felt bad 2 Mondays ago when we were having kind of, not a heated debate, but we were having, a debate that probably went maybe too far. And I felt bad after because I said, you know what? That's not the kind of show I want here. Like, I want to have a fun show. By the way, the Patriots scored a touchdown before the half. They're up 22-16. So let's see how the Saints respond in the second half. Spin Love Tommy, don't talk politics on here. Plead the fifth. Yeah, I don't. I really, it has nothing to do with me, and I don't want people getting offended one way or the other. You know what I mean? Because they will. It'll be one slight comment if I say something, and it can go really bad quickly, right? And then, yeah, no. So I really stay away from that stuff. But yeah, it's just like, once again, though, I keep my personal stuff personal, and then this stuff, I want to have fun. And by the way, I'll tell, for the most part here, I'm very honest with you guys about my life, and stuff, and just how my feelings. I don't really bite my tongue much, but stuff that, like I said, like that, though, I don't even want to talk about because I don't really care to talk about it. So it's not that, I'm scared to talk about it. I really don't. It's not fun for me, right? And this channel is supposed to be fun, hang out with you guys, talk shit. You guys, talk shit to me. I don't care. You know what I mean? But I don't want it to get like serious. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what we do. So, okay, I'm done with this sports podcast. No more politics. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Let's talk about Balen Spector. BS. I call him BS, by the way. I doubt he'll stick around on this team. I am not a BS fan. He can't stay healthy. He's one of our many players who can't stay healthy. One of our many. Why? So you think the Bills could realistically get? Who do you think? Okay, so Lee's saying, who do I think the Bills could realistically get at the trade deadline? See, right now it's hard to answer that. I'll be honest with you, Lee, because I don't know who all the sellers are right now. Right? Like we'll know in the next week or two what teams are going to be sellers, right? And then I can answer that better. But the names that are being thrown out there, like Olave for the Saints, he's on a rookie deal. I wouldn't mind him, and I think you can get him for like a fifth or fourth, maybe even a player and a fifth or sixth if you add a player in there. Let's say I think he would be a good addition. He's not going to cost you anything because he's on a rookie contract. We need a CB2. I'm sure there's some available. Right now, they got the Reek Woolen, I believe his name is, for the Seahawks. He's not performing the best this year, but he's a player with a lot of upside. He had a really good rookie year. He'd be an interesting guy. There's also some free agents out there that you could potentially go out and sign to if they're willing to sign 1-year deals. So there is some names that are out there, like I said, that I wouldn't mind taking a gamble on. But there's going to be more names floating out there over the next week or two. And then we'll talk a little bit more about, those players that names are being dropped as far as trade. So, we'll see. Because I think there's going to be more, more in the next week or two. There's going to be a lot of sellers this year because there's a lot of teams that are underperforming or that are just terrible and they need draft capital. So we'll see. Alexa, I am always watching NFL on the Red Show. I don't know what you're talking about. So that must be a bot. So because she's promoting something. So I'll ban that user. Hang on there. All right. See ya. Don't click that site, guys. I don't want to click any links that people are leaving in the chat. If you haven't learned by now, usually people leaving links are not good. If you get an email from a person you never talked to in your whole life saying, click this link, it's going to be, it's a really funny joke or whatever, funny video. You probably don't want to click the link. It's just a heads up. You want to avoid that. You also want to avoid people saying that you want some money, right? And all they need is some gift cards so they can send you that money, right? Because they need those $200 in Apple gift cards in order for them to send the money to you. Right? I mean, how do people fall for that? Like, I get it. A lot of these people are old but come on, man. Draining your whole bank account. Like, what's going on here? Buying $1,000 in Best Buy gift cards. Like, oh my God. People sometimes, man. It's like, what are you doing? Anyways, let's get to some score updates here real quick for you guys around the league, because a lot of these games have gone to the half. So Colts are up 14-10 over the Cardinals right now at the half. So Cardinals are sticking around with a backup quarterback, by the way, in Brissett. The Dolphins are up 13-9. By the way, my buddy, Captain D, is at that game. His son took him for his birthday, so that was pretty nice of him. I hope he's having a good time there, but I still hope the Chargers win. Patriots are up 22-16 in the half. By the way, they had that 2-point conversion. That was a success. That's why they're up 22-16. Browns finally put some points on the board. A field goal. It's not going to do it, but they did get points on the board. They're down 9-3 at the half. The third quarter just started in Carolina. Cowboys are up 17-13. The Panthers are sticking around. We'll see what happens here in the second half. The Seahawks and Jags are at the half. Seahawks are up 13-6. And then you got the Rams and Ravens tied at 3 at the half. What is going on here? Hold on real quick. I don't know. Someone's blasting music outside my door. What's going on? Okay, so that was super strange. So my living room TV, remember I was saying I'm hearing some loud music, and that was my living room. For some reason, I guess maybe my Fire Cube thought I said turn the TV on. My TV in my living room and the surround sound kicked on, and that was the loud music that I thought I was hearing was actually my TV. So sorry about that. I have no idea how it heard me from here, and I didn't even say turn it on, so I have no idea. What is going on with these fucking bots? What's going on here? Don't click links, guys. Don't. Oh my god. So anyways, guys, we're at the half here. I've been on here for what, almost 3 hours, so not bad. It's been a decent stream. Also, I don't know how much more longer I'll do this for today. No, I'm not going to do it 7 hours. So you guys have been super troopers today, hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, of course. There's about, I don't know, 50 of you guys right now rocking with me still. So, and I think the chat's gone a little quiet. So I wonder where you guys are, where you're at. If you're out getting Taco Bell or Domino's, a Little Caesars, or local pizza, you're somewhere, because you're not here talking with me right now. So you have to be more than likely getting some grub. And I want to know the grub that you're getting, because I'm getting hungry. I'm definitely getting hungry. So I don't know if I'm going to go out and get food though. I got bagel bites in the freezer that I've been having my eye on since, I don't know, since Thursday. Right. And I'm like, man, I can't wait to put those things in the toaster oven, in the air fryer. Right. So, probably get some bagel bites in my stomach soon. Yeah, I know. What's going on, Beth? How you doing? What up? Hey, you know how you made it with it when the bots are starting to come in? Yeah, I know, it's been right. I made it. The bots are here. They know I'm a real channel now. Right? Oh my god, the bots are coming in heavy, boy, too. I'm blocking them left and right, Spin. Afternoon, Tommy. Jets lost again this AM watching. Yeah, you know what's funny? I was watching Richie too, Beth. But he had a lot of people in there. He had like 700 in the chat. So I get it. He can't see every chat that comes through. But I commented a few times. But man, pathetic. I understand his frustrations as a Jets fan. That first half, the way it ended, was disgusting. Come on, Aaron Glenn. Like, show some balls there. You're 0-5. It's 4th and 4. I think it was at your own 45. Okay, you know what? Let the clock run down and take one shot to the end zone. Who cares if it's an interception? The chances of them taking it back to the house, pick six, is slim, right? But what if you get a PI there? What if you get lucky, you just get a touchdown? Do you guys not remember the Jets did it to us? Aaron fucking Rodgers before the half threw a Hail Mary touchdown pass. So anything's possible. Why would you just go into the locker room, wave the white flag there and be like, we're good? You're 0-5, bro. Like, at least, come on, man, at least do something. And what's crazy to me is on that same drive, they did a fake punt. So if you're willing to do a fake punt on I think they were at like their 35 or something. If you're willing to do that, why wouldn't you be willing to at least take a shot downfield before the half? Like, it makes zero sense to me. I would be so upset with my coaching staff right now if I'm a Jets fan, because honestly, the defense did pretty well today, and the defense has been shit all year. And the defense finally steps up, and then the offense, of course, is dog shit. But your coach doesn't help you either, right? Matter of fact, your coach doesn't help by keeping Justin Fields in the game. I'm not saying Tyrod Taylor would have came out and been like Dan Marino, but I think he would have gave them a better opportunity in the pass game. Wow, I think the Rams he might have caught that. That was a phenomenal play by the receiver. I don't know who caught that. I think it was a running back, Kyren Williams. That was an unbelievable catch by Kyren Williams. I got to go back to that. Hold on, guys. They're calling it a catch. Let's see here. That's a catch because he got his elbow in, and they consider that 2 feet down. That was a great throw, great catch, only where he can get it. Kyren Williams was a phenomenal catch. My God. So it's going to be 1st and goal for LA. Man, what a throw. I don't know if you guys saw that, if you guys are watching Red Zone while you're here with me, but that is how you get it done, man. Boy, the bots are unbelievable. I'm blocking them left and right. You guys are more than welcome to block anything you see on here that's bots. By the way, Kyren Williams with the touchdown. So the Rams are going to go up 10-3 after this extra point. So let's see how the Ravens respond. But man, that was a great drive by the Rams. Fields is a backup at best, and not the greatest backup at that. Tyrod can get you wins. Yeah, and listen, at some point in that game, you got to pull your quarterback. And it's not like it's a great quarterback just having a bad game. You're like, you know what? I can't pull my great quarterback. It's not a good look. He's a bad quarterback. He's been a bad quarterback most of the season. Like, who cares, right? Like, you're not going to hurt the guy's feelings. Like, and if you do, who gives a fuck? Wow, I hurt Justin Fields' feelings. Bro, you're at this point, you're at 30 yards passing. We're in the 4th quarter. Get out of here. Right? Like, it's just, I don't get it. Certain coaches, unless they truly are tanking, which, I mean, I guess it could be possible. I don't know, man. I would just, like I said, if I'm a Jets fan, I am not confident right now with what I'm seeing from this coaching staff. Christopher, bagel bites does that mean great? I can't really see the emoji. I kind of see smiley face. So, bro, bagel bites are the shit. Like, I have not met many people that do not like bagel bites. I'm sure there's some people out there, but you know what? Also, too, are really, really good. Of course, you got to let them chill for a while. But not Hot Pocket. I hate Hot Pockets, by the way. I do not like Hot Pockets. As a kid, they were okay, but I don't like the taste. But anyways, pizza rolls. Totino's pizza rolls are so damn good, but you got to leave them sitting for a while. They'll burn the fuck out of your mouth. Bagel bites, Totino's pizza rolls, really good, dude. I also like cheese and crackers for like snacks. Oh, fuck, it's so fucking good. Matter of fact, I have cheese and crackers waiting for me in my fridge that I bought over the weekend that are just chilling there. So, yeah, Beth, I mean, he's trash. I mean, I hate to call any NFL player trash because they got to that point. They're really not truly trash, but they're not a starting. He's not a starting caliber quarterback, NFL quarterback. You know what I'm saying? He would be perfect in like USFL football. You know what I mean? Like, he might thrive there. I mean, if you think about it, JP Lossman, who I like, and I thought, got a little bit too much heat here, but he wasn't really truly a good quarterback. We know this, but he went to USFL and he actually won a championship there. So for as bad as he was here, he went on and won in a different league. You know what I mean? At least he can say that, right? So maybe Justin Fields needs to go somewhere and thrive somewhere else and at least, I don't know, feel good about himself that he was the man over in USFL. Beth, I love Hot Pockets. Philly cheese. Beth, I don't know what it is. They just don't do it for me. Now, there's one thing I do want to try, and it's from Little Caesars. And by the way, I do not like their pizza. Their deep dish is not terrible, but their round pizza is disgusting. But the thing I want to try there is their Crazy Puffs, and everybody I've heard loves them, right? They're small, but I heard they're filling, and they got the Philly cheesesteak ones right now that everyone's saying is so good, but they have like the pepperoni one, the cheese one. Those I heard are really, really good, and I want to try them. I just haven't got around to it, but yeah, I can't do like cheap pizza. You know what I mean? Like it's so disgusting. Like my friend kept telling me, go to Hungry House, which by the way, I had Hungry House as a kid. Not bad. But once again, when you're a kid, your expectations are, it's pizza. I mean, like you could give a fuck. You're 13 years old. Your mom's buying you some cheap pizza for you and your friends. You're not going to complain, right? And everything's pretty good, right? Back then, it's not a big deal. But when you're older, you got money, you want real pizza, you're definitely not going to fucking Little Caesars. You're not going to Hungry Howie's. But my friend, he convinced me, yeah, it's better than you think. I said, okay. So I got it on the way to work one day. I'm like, I'll try it. And it was so bad, bro. So bad. Undercooked on the bottom. Like, just not. It's just gross. I can't explain it. It's just disgusting. Now, if you're on a budget, fine. You know what I mean? Like, I've been there before. I'm not going to lie. Like, if all you got is $6 for, and I think they raised the price on the hot and readies, but they're like $6.50 now, but whatever. If that's all you got, I get it. And you're just starving. Or I'll say this, I'll eat Little Caesars round pizza if I'm at like, I've gone to a couple, wrestling, events like WrestleMania, and they got like 10 large pizzas. Fine, you know what I mean? It's free. It's sitting there. I don't care, but I ain't fucking spending money on that garbage. The food steak creeps. You see, Bet? That's what I'm talking about. I gotta try them. I have to. I heard they're really, really good. Look, even spin. See, I have, man. Got more bots in here. Let me block this ban that user. Man, they're everywhere. I can't believe how many bots are in there right now. I'm sorry, guys, about that. I'm blocking them as they come in. Interesting. Says, no, I'm going to local Buffalo pizzerias. Exactly. Like, there's nothing better than a local pizzeria. At least that does it right. Now, there's some local pizzerias around here where I live. Trash. Like, terrible. Like, almost as bad as Little Caesars and Hungry Howie's. By the way, I gotta say this too. When I was a kid, I thought Pizza Hut was really, really good. Pizza Hut may be more disgusting than Little Caesars. It is so gross. And I've given them chances twice now. And it's both times has been disgusting. Domino's is bad, but I don't think it's as bad as Little Caesars. I would say, to be honest with you guys, the best fast food pizza for me is Papa John's, and they don't even have one over here. I think they have one, but it's like miles away, and I'm not going to drive that far for Papa John's. Outside of that, though, not very good, guys. Like, it's just not good. By the way, the Rams just scored another touchdown. So I believe they're up 17-3 now. So the Ravens are slowly digging themselves in a hole. Spin, are hot dogs different? I used to love hot dogs when I was a kid. Now I'm not a big fan. They just tasted different, but they could, but that could just be me thinking it was better when I was a kid. Okay, so Spin, I'm with you on that in a sense. So when I was a kid, I could eat hot dogs. It didn't even matter, right? I wasn't picky about the brand or the type of hot dog. But when I got older, and I know it's a disgusting story, but I try not to be too gross about it. I bought like cheapy hot dogs, right? And you guys know what cheapy hot dogs are, right? And they're normally pork and chicken. They're not like, beef hot dogs, right? But once again, I was eating them since I was a kid. I could care less. And I ate them and I was fine. And I took a shower, later on that evening. And let's just say my stomach wasn't feeling too hot out of nowhere. And let's just say there was hot dogs all over my feet in the shower. And I never ate pork and chicken hot dogs again. And I moved to beef hot dogs, and I've never had a problem since. So I can eat ballpark beef hot dogs. Nathan is my go-to. Even the Hebrew National ones aren't terrible, the beef ones. But yeah, I can eat a beef hot dog still today. Really good. Matter of fact, I do the hot dog eating contest. We do a live stream here, the Nathan's, on July 4th, and we had a hot dog live eating contest here. It was me and my buddy. So yeah, I put some relish on there, ketchup, mustard. Even though I'm not crazy about mustard, just a little bit of mustard, dude, excellent. And then in Colombia, so you guys don't know this either about me, but I dated a Colombian girl years ago, and I spent 2 months in Bogota because why not? Our money there goes a long way. And they have what you call Colombian hot dogs, which is mayonnaise and ketchup, and they put these like potato sticks on them. Oh, bro, they're so good. They're so good. But yeah, it was just unbelievable. By the way, Colombian food is so good. I don't know who's out there that's Colombian or if you ever had Colombian food, but I love it, man. So good. Beth, here in Buffalo, we do Salon's hot dogs over the ballpark or Nathan's. Salon's hot dogs are the best. Okay. There's other brands too. Boar's Head. Now I won't eat Boar's Head anymore because they had that crazy outbreak where a lot of people were dying. I don't know what the hell happened to Boar's Head. But Boar's Head used to have the best meats anywhere. But since all that shit happened, I am not risking. I ain't eating nothing Boar's Head, right? And look, for those, I know you guys some of you guys are in Buffalo, but out here in Michigan, I got to tell you guys, I love where I live. I love Detroit, but the food here fucking sucks. And I'm sorry for anyone that lives here that disagrees with me, but the food here is terrible. I was, now I lived here in Michigan when I was a kid for a year, and then I lived here back in 2005. And then I came back in 2015. But I lived in South Florida for most of my life. I lived in Texas for 1 year, but I was a kid. I don't remember it too well. But I got to say, South Florida food, really, really good. Because they have a lot of different culture in South Florida. And they also got a lot of people from New York. So you get, what I was used to is New York style pizza, in Florida. But yeah, like, the food here is terrible. So I just had way better food in South Florida. Here, I can't get much of anything that's great. You know what I mean? So I get what you're saying about local places. But yeah. Cards are up on Indy. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to go to the scoreboard right now. Sorry. I've been, let's see here. I like a slop dog personally, hot dog and house chili. Yeah, chili hot dogs are good too, but I can't eat too many of them. You know what I mean? Like, I think I like, once, maybe twice a year, I'll have a chili dog, a couple chili dogs, but I just prefer your basic regular hot dog, relish, ketchup, mustard. I'm good. I don't get why there are Pizza Huts in New York. There are plenty of real pizza places. Yeah, because it's a franchise. I don't get it either. Why is Sbarro's in New York? You know what I mean? Like, fucking Sbarro's. I remember as a kid, I used to love Sbarro's in the mall. I thought it was so good. But then when I got older, I tried it and I'm like, ugh, it's disgusting. What do you love about Detroit and Michigan, Tommy? So I love that the rent is cheap. The Dolphins just threw an interception, by the way. Anyways, I love that the rent is cheap here compared to South Florida. I love the cold weather because I'm a cold weather guy. So I enjoy that. And I love the Tigers. I love the Pistons. Those are my teams. But outside of that, yeah, it's not like, and I also, I'll take that back. And I also like they have a lot of old buildings here. Like it's different than South Florida. South Florida, you either go there to retire old people or it's for like really, really young. If you're in your teenage years, early 20s, party lifestyle, that's a perfect place, right? Like I can't complain. Like I had a great time growing up in South Florida. We went to clubs and it was great. Like, going to the beach with your friends, like, and I was cool with the heat at that time. You know what I mean? I also wasn't, 300 pounds, you know what I mean? So I was in shape, right? I played basketball and all that good stuff. So the heat didn't affect me as much. Now, my God, I can't even like, go to my car without sweating now. All right. So, oh my God. But I've been to Buffalo, by the way. I have family in Rochester. So, though I don't really know them that well, where it's like where I could call them up and go visit and stay at their homes. And they're older people. They're from my mom's side of the family. So, but once again, no reason for me to go out there, And I also got family here in Michigan too, but they're all up north. And once again, people I don't know. You know how that is, guys. You got family you don't really know that well. Don't surprise me. Yeah, Tua threw a pick, by the way. How is Dallas? No way. Is Dallas losing? Let's go to the scoreboard. I'm sorry. I've been talking about food and all that. So Cardinals are up on the Colts 17-14. Colts have the ball at Arizona 27, so they could tie it up here potentially. Chargers are up by 10 now. Chargers just went up 10. They scored 14 unanswered in the third quarter. 23-13. Captain D is not having a good time. By the way, the Colts did tie it. 17-17. Chargers have the lead 23-13 with 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the third. The Patriots are pulling away from the Saints. They are now up 25-16. The Saints do have the ball, though, at New England 37. The Saints need some points here, right? You got to put some points on the board here if you want to, keep this a game. The Steelers are now up 15-3 in a field goal fest. Well, actually, they just scored a touchdown. So, yeah, so it's going to be 16-3. Browns have nothing going on offensively. So, the chances of the Browns winning this game are slim if they can't get any points on the board. And there you are. Cowboys are down 20-17. Cowboys do have the ball, 1st and 10 at Dallas 27. I expect the Cowboys still to win this game. I got to be honest with you guys. I just don't see the Panthers winning. 1st and 10 at Dallas 38 now for the Cowboys. We'll see what happens there. Seahawks are now beating the Jaguars 20-6. Man, I actually had the Jaguars here in this game, I believe, on the points. Not looking good if you're a Jags fan. If you're a Jags fan, you come off an awesome victory versus the Chiefs, and all you got right now is 6 points at home against the Seahawks. That's not going to cut it, right? It is not going to cut it at all. The Rams are now up 17-3, folks. They scored 14 unanswered in the third. It's like the Chargers and Dolphins game. The Ravens are digging themselves deeper in a hole in that game. So, yeah, you got 16-3. In this game here, like I said, the Pittsburgh's up 25-16. Saints, let's see what happens. 3rd and 17 at New England 47. Boy, they need some more yards, though, if they want to at least attempt a field goal here. They are out of field goal range at this point. So you want to pick up at least half of that. Put yourself in field goal range. Let's see what happens here with New Orleans. If they get any kind of positive yards here on this play, they need it. They need it if they want to keep pace here and potentially pull off the upset. But if they don't get this, they don't put points on the board. and the Patriots wind up scoring, it's not going to be looking too good. So we'll find out what happens here. Let's keep it on this. We'll get to some of your chats real quick. And another bullshit one. Look at this. What is going on here? I'm banning all these users. All right. Actually, last time I was in Orlando, there was a place about 20 minutes away where they serve buffalo style pizza wings and serve hot dog. Oh, Salem salt. Yeah. I wish I remember the name of the place. Oh, you know what I was trying to say, and I totally forgot. And I'm glad you bring that up about Florida. Because the reason why I brought it up is, man, like out here, the best sub I could find is Jersey Mike's. Which, by the way, no knock on Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's is a good sub shop. But in South Florida, we have Publix. Publix, if you don't know, is a grocery store. That's down south. And I think they have one in Atlanta and they have one in maybe Carolina as well. But they have the best subs in the biz, and they're not even that expensive. They're so good. I used to get this buffalo chicken tender sub. Oh, so good. Before, by the way, it was even on their menu. I used to have them make it because they used to have just a chicken tender sub, and I would have them make a buffalo chicken tender a certain way, and it was so good. And just their subs in general, so good. I miss those subs badly because out here, like I said, they got Jersey Mike's. It's a bit of a drive for me, and they're not cheap. You want a good size sub, it's going to cost you $20-something bucks. By the way, the Ravens just fumbled the ball. The Rams have the ball. Let's go back to this Patriots game real quick. 4th and 17 now at the 47 in New England. So, yeah, it's not looking good for the Saints right now. The Rams, like I said, they just caused a turnover, and they have the ball back as well. So, not looking good for the Ravens. It's not looking good for the Saints right now in these ball games. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see what the Saints do here. They'll probably punt it unless they're going for an extremely long field goal, which I just do not see happening. Tommy Gunn, what's going on, man? How you doing, brother? Tommy Gunn, I hope the Bills are watching the Pats game today and realize it's time to get time to get the rag out of their ass, start playing high-quality football. Go Bills. I agree. Listen, I don't think the wow, what a throw by Rat. Oh, no, but it was a fumble. I don't know what happened there, guys. Anyways, I'm looking at this play real quick, guys. Let's see something. So, oh, he fumbled. Saints look like they fumbled there. Anyways, yeah, dude. I don't think the Patriots are quite there yet. But with that being said, the Bills got to watch out because the Patriots are playing better football. They're trending in the right direction. And if the Bills don't watch out, yeah, they could potentially see themselves fighting for the AFC East title. So I'm with you. I just don't see it happening this year. But next year, who knows? The Patriots are still rebuilding. They still got money to spend. Yeah, I mean, Bills have to get shit right, period. This is what happens when you fuck around for year after year after year and don't get the job done. By the way, the Cowboys just scored a touchdown. They're going to be up 24-20 on the Panthers. So good throw by Dak Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that was, I believe, George Pickens, who was traded to the Cowboys for, I believe, a 6th-round draft pick. So do you guys see what my point is here? When you're having a better option at receiver, just throwing that out there. That's a good player right there. And, they have CeeDee Lamb who's hurt right now, but look who's stepping up, right? Why couldn't we have a guy like this? No, we go out and get, a guy for 3 years on Palmer. Like, it doesn't make sense. So some of the decisions we've made are just poor decisions. Not helping out. I really feel like what the Bills have done, or their thinking is, we have the best quarterback in the NFL. He can work with anyone, right? We don't need to go out there and get, top receivers for this guy. We believe we can win with mediocre or average, right? That's really truly their thinking. That's how I see it, right? Hey, we already got him a Stephon Diggs years ago, and look, we the following year we went to AFC Championship. So that just proves that he doesn't need help. But guys, that's not how you do things. You can always get help. Why wouldn't you want him to get help? Like, why wouldn't you want him to have more help? Like, it's just it's I just don't understand it. But it is what it is, man. Nathan, after listening for half an hour, an honest question to you, Tommy. How are you even a Bills fan? Are you telling me, like, I don't get it. Like, are you ripping on me? Well, first of all, if you want to know, like, I mean, I don't know where that's coming from, but first of all, I don't know. I'm a diehard Bills fan since 1989. I've been watching this team roller coaster of a team for years. I call it how I see it. I've stuck by this team. I do this podcast since 2020. Win or loss, I'm always here talking about it. And I may be critical at times, but I'm also positive. And I keep it as real as I can keep it. Now, how I see things doesn't mean you see things the same way. And that's okay. We all have opinions. That's why there's a quadrillion Bills podcasts out there that can give you exactly what you want. Because sometimes there's certain fans that just want to hear the good, the positive, right? And that's okay. I'm not knocking those fans. And then there's some fans that just want to hear negative. I want to just, I just want to rant, and I want to, whatever. And that's okay. And then there's some fans that want to hear both sides. And that's how I feel like my channel is. I'm very down the middle. I try to keep things brutally honest how I see it. But dude, I'm a fucking diehard fan. Ain't nobody gonna say I'm not a fucking Buffalo Bills fan. I'll take that shit personal. So I don't know what you're talking about. And if that was a shot at me, then that's fine. If that's how you feel about me. But dude, I'm a diehard fucking Buffalo Bills fan. Ain't nobody to tell me no different, bro. Yeah, I mean, that's as much as I could tell you. So I don't know where that came from. Honest question. You live here in Michigan, grew up in Florida. So yeah, I grew up in South Florida as a kid. I lived in Michigan. My family is actually from Michigan initially. Moved to South Florida. I lived in Michigan when I was a kid for like a year. I lived in Texas for a year when I was a kid. I have family in Rochester, New York as well. And I moved here in 2005. I went back to South Florida. And then I came back here in 2015. I really came back up here because I just, it's cheaper to live. I enjoy the cold. And that's really the reason why. But, as far as being a Buffalo Bills fan, I started watching, like I said, 1989. I was a kid, and my mom's boyfriend was watching football playoffs, and the Buffalo Bills were playing. And I just saw their colors and their helmet. And I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, just like any kid, right? You kind of get attracted to helmets and colors and whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I got into football, and I got into them. And then in 1990, 91, I started watching more. I just started getting really hooked. And yeah, dude, and it's really a passion. Like, the Bills are my passion. I love the Pistons. I love the Tigers. But passion is diehard Buffalo Bills, man. I could talk Buffalo Bills all day. I love this team, dude. Like, and that's why I'm sticking with them no matter what. No matter how upset I get that, or things they do I don't agree with, coaching that I don't love, like, I'm gonna be here. Like, until the day I die, I'll be a Buffalo Bills fan. right? And it doesn't matter and where I'm from. And that goes for a lot of people out there, right? I've met Bills Mafia that are from all over the world, right? You don't need to be from Buffalo to be a Buffalo Bills fan, right? If this is the team that you grew up watching, no matter where you're at, and that's you, and you love that team, then cool. Like I've had people, and when I was growing up in South Florida, oh, you're a fucking Bills fan. You live here in Miami. You should be rooting for a hometown team. Why? No, I don't. I could root for whoever the fuck I want to root for. Right? Who the fuck are you? I just because I live here, I have to be a fan of the fucking team that plays here? No, I don't. Who the fuck said so? That's a fucking rule? Who made that rule? I didn't make that fucking rule. Right? So fuck out of here with that rule. Right? I'm going to like who I want to like. And you go fan and be a team, like who you fucking want to like. And that's it. But yeah, that's my story, Nathan. Oh my God. So you were ruined by the 90s success like me. Yeah. So the success in the 90s, Nathan, were also heartbreaking, if we're going to be real. Like, devastating. Now, the 89 playoff loss wasn't too bad because I was young. I wasn't invested. I was just kind of learning football, and you know what I mean? I wasn't like I am now or in the 90s, like late, after that year where I started to really go, okay, like who's the players? That's when I started getting into sports cards, right? I'm like, oh my God, Jim Kelly, Andre Reed, Thurman Thomas, James Lofton. Like, then you start, and these cards, by the way, really helped me know each player, right? Metzlars, and you get to know the players by the cards, right? And then obviously the Bills were so good in the 90s. I got lucky because there was no RedZone. There was no NFL Sunday Ticket. It was whatever game was going to play. That's the game you're watching. So because the Bills were so good and they played the Dolphins twice a year, they were on TV a lot. So I got to at least experience the 90s Bills on TV a lot. And yeah, I really was starting to be diehard in 1990, and it was heartbreak, like really, really heartbreak. Super Bowl losses, and then it was the drought years pretty much. And after that, and it was just, those are bad. Those are bad times. But I got to say too, even though there were bad times, I fell in love with a lot of the players. Like I really, Eric Mullins is my favorite all-time Buffalo Bills player, and he was in the drought years. My second would be probably Bruce Smith, but my all-time is Eric Mullins, who was on shit teams, right? Imagine that. You would think it'd be Josh Allen, it would be Bruce Smith or Jim Kelly or Thurman Thomas or Andre Reed, right? Like at least on a winning Bills team. But no, my favorite player came from the fucking drought years. Right, of all the fucking players, right, and teams, for me to pick a guy that I'm like, dude, that's my guy. That's my favorite player is on a fucking drought team, right? Oh, fuck, dude. But that's the way it is, man. That's, once again, that's what makes football fun and cool. But yeah, dude, I went through all that, dude. So nobody can say ever that I'm not a Bills fan, that I'm not a diehard Bills fan, that I also don't keep shit real. You know what I mean? Nathan, I think you go on Post Podium, right? You watch their show. And Post Podium, I'm going to tell you right now, Nathan, those are my dudes over there, man. Aramis and Keys. I'm good friends with Aramis. I'm good friends with Keys. Aramis actually does the pregame show with me every year. So, look, I know they're a little bit different than me. They lean a little bit more towards the not negative side, but a little bit more towards, hey, we're gonna do, our main show is gonna be about the wrong more so than the right. All right, and I respect that. And by the way, I found them and I enjoyed their content because I liked that they kept it real, right? And I love their they're honest, they're brutally honest, right? And I'm cool with that. However, we're just different podcasts, right? We do different. I joke around a little bit more. I don't, I keep things down the middle a little bit more. I'm positive and negative and I critique, but I'm going to tell you, Rand, I critique just like just like them, and I get a lot of heat because of that, right? But I also like to keep things good and keep things positive and tell you the good, right? But that's me. That's how I do things. I do things different. But yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much it. But as far as fan, dude, like no one could tell me I'm not a true Buffalo Bills fan, dude. Like nobody can ever say that. I will back up my fandom any time of the week. Are you a Lions fan too? And if not, isn't it tough not to be a Lions fan when you're in the city? No, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I respect what the Lions have done because I understand how shitty they've been for so long. When you finally get good, it's an awesome feeling, and I respect Lions fans for suffering for so long and still sticking with their team, because it's exactly what we do here as Bills fans, right? We stuck with this team through some shitty fucking times, and we deserve this moment, and we deserve really a Super Bowl, right? We've been waiting impatient for a long, long time. So is the Lions, right? The Lions have no Super Bowls, right? But doesn't mean I have to be a Lions fan because I live here. Now, my favorite running back of all time is not Thurman Thomas. It's Barry Sanders. I loved Barry Sanders growing up. He was unbelievable. But no. Now, I'm a Pistons fan. I'm a Tigers fan. And, dude, like, Pistons are like, I love my Pistons. But problem is, bro, NBA has kind of ruined it for me a little bit. Because I just don't think it's a fair league. And, I think the NFL is very fair through their drafts. You can always get better in the NFL, right? It's just all up to your GM and your coach. With the NBA, the way they have it where the NBA lottery is such bullshit, and the way that players do not want to go to these teams like Detroit or small market teams, they all want to go to play with the Lakers, or the Clippers, or the Miami Heat. It makes it really tough for a team like Detroit to ever get superstars because they don't want to come there, and two, if they're going to be bad and then you're going to fuck them on the lottery, you're going to have a lottery ball system, and you're the worst team in NBA, and then you get the sixth pick in the draft. This isn't the NFL where the sixth pick in the draft is, you're going to get a fucking hell of a player. NBA, it's usually the first 3 or 4, maybe, that you're going to get somebody that's a difference maker. So, and the NBA has totally ruined it for me. It's so tough to watch, especially knowing your team has no chance because nobody will go there. And if you're bad, there's no, you don't know if you're going to get the number 1 pick or not because of the lottery system. It's just crap, man. So yeah, it really ruined it for me. But I gotta say, when I was watching the Pistons, I started watching in a little bit like just after their championships in the 90s, 89, 90. I just started watching a little bit after, and we were terrible for so long, and we won it in 2004. Dude, it was no better feeling to be a fan at that moment of a team that was so bad for so long that I suffered through misery year after year, and you finally win it. It's the best feeling in the world, knowing that you were a true fan. You didn't jump off the bandwagon, right? You didn't jump off the chain. You stuck with that team and they won it. There's no better feeling. And that's how I feel about me being a Buffalo Bills fan. It's like when the time finally comes, man, that's well earned for me as a fan, that I never stepped away from this team, even through the bad times. Like I stuck with it. And the feeling's going to be so great the day that we win. And I hope, dude. I mean, all we can do is hope, right? I can't force the Pagulas to fire McDermott, right? Even though I don't like him as a head coach, right? I can't force Brandon Beane to make trades to help better this team. All I could do is live in the now. I could critique the team, tell you what I like, tell you what I don't like, but I can't do anything about it. All I can do is talk about it, right? but it's not going to always be negative either. And that's how I stand, Nathan. So you got ruined by the night success. Yeah, so I read that. Let me see here. I got some more bots in here. Let me get rid of the bots first. I want bots. All right. Lee, NFL setup is great. Every team is 2-3 years. Exactly. Like the NFL does it fair. By the way, the Jaguars just scored a touchdown. They're going to cut that lead down to 6, I believe, here in a minute. Let me get rid of more bots that are here. Sorry about that. Brutal honesty is kind of our thing. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm also very honest, Nathan. I think it was you that called me a homer, right, on Post Podium. And dude, listen, man, I often don't get offended, but that word there, dude, like I was like, dude, and I think I called you out. I think it was you. And I told you, bro, like you must not know me because I'm far from a homer, bro. I say a lot of things on here that some people do not like when I'm critiquing this team. But at the same time, I don't have to agree with everybody's takes. And that doesn't make me a homer because I disagree with what Aramis said or Keys said. Like we all can see things differently, and that's okay. We all can have difference of opinions and different takes, right? So I'm no homer, bro. I just don't have to agree with everything that's being said by somebody. And I don't expect you to agree with everything I say, right? I could say something good, and just because you're like, if you disagree with it, I'm not going to be like, oh, you're just a negative guy all the time. Like, no, dude, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But I'm not a fucking homer, dude, because I, disagree with a few takes that they're saying. Like, but once again, there's gonna be, there's gonna be people that follow certain podcasters that think that everything they say is 100% accurate, no matter what, and that's fine. But I don't do that. I don't go into that like that. If I'm gonna watch somebody's podcast and they say something and I'm like, you know what? I slightly disagree, or I don't agree, or I agree. I'm going to let it known. And that's okay, right? I shouldn't be people shouldn't be called out like, oh, you don't know football, then you're a fucking idiot. Like, no, bro. I know football very well. I know this team very well. I watch this team week in, week out, just like the next guy, right? And maybe I see things differently, and that's all right. But yeah, that I was like, dude, yep, I'm learning. Yeah, dude, Nathan, you'll see, bro. Like I said, man, I know you're kind of new to the channel, I think, but anyone that knows me, like I said, once again, if you go back to my videos, I have like probably more videos than anybody about Sean McDermott and wanting to fire him. Like, and I have a lot of strong hot takes about this team that I don't approve of. But once again, I'm not going to also just sit here and just be like, all right, guys, gear up for my 2-hour rant about everything I hate about like things that we're doing wrong. Like, we're doing things right too. Like, clearly, you know what I mean? Like, there's not all bad. You know what I mean? There's going to be good along the way. We can't just be like, it's all shit. We're garbage, trash. Everything's trash. Like, no, man, there is some good things to take away from this team, things that we could talk about that are good, and there's things that we could talk about that are bad. Like, that's how I do my podcast, right? But like I said, once again, everyone's different, bro. You got Cover One who does X's and O's, and people love that shit. They just sit there and watch film breakdown, and that's okay. That's not for me, but and then you got, bro, I'm not gonna name every channel, but there's other channels that are strictly rah, everything's fucking great. Nothing is wrong here. Like, bro, and some people love that shit. And that's okay. Fan how you want to fan. But once again, if somebody calls me out like you did at one time, said I'm a homer because I disagree, you're like, I'm going to let you know I'm not. I promise you I'm not. And as you get to know me and as you get to watch this channel, you'll really realize that, that's not I am definitely not a homer, bro. Critical thinking is a lost art that's slowly returning. Yeah, dude. And I like, and that's why I enjoy Post Podium. That's why I give them respect, because they get heat. They get a lot of heat for being critical of this team. And I respect that they're not just closed-minded. They're not going to just go with what people want them to say. Like that's what drew me to them. And I respect them, and I respect Aramis. Aramis is a good friend of mine. Keys is a really good friend. Matter of fact, me and Keys, we talk daily football, and we have debates all the time. And most of the debates, I'll be honest with you, we wind up agreeing to disagree, and that's fine. But he's a good dude, a good friend of mine. But once again, we see things sometimes differently, and that's the way the world works. And I'll say it. I said this before, and I mean it. We were talking about earlier food and drinks, and I said I love Corona Premier, or Corona. Scott was like, Corona's disgusting, throw up emoji. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, Scott, you don't know beer, you're an idiot. Like, no, Scott doesn't like that taste, and that's fine, right? Everybody's gonna have an opinion, right? I could tell you, oh, dude, The Shining is the best horror movie of all time, and someone's gonna go, nah, bro, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like, it's okay. Like, we're all seeing things differently, right? You get what I'm saying here? So that's where I'm coming from, right? It's this, no matter what we do here, as far as podcasters go, is we're giving our opinions and our takes. That doesn't mean it's gospel. That doesn't mean, you're an idiot if you don't, agree with me, right? That's all I'm saying, right? Because we're all going to have a difference of opinion when it comes to life, everything, right? Some people might go, bro, I love Jordans. And some people might go, I don't like Jordans, right? I like Adidas, right? I'm just saying. So no matter what, we will always have more, different opinions in life. Some will agree, some will disagree. So that's where I stand with this whole podcast world that we're in, that I'm in, that, Post Podium and all them. We're going to have different, takes, man, and different opinions. You know what I mean? So, that's it. How long are you going to hang out tomorrow? Yeah, Nathan. That's just so Nathan, that's, I really do that as an ongoing joke, for them. They, I'm sure most people know that by now. It's just a joke, right? It's an ongoing thing with, me and Keys. So yeah, it's not that I'm, truly, this guy that's a shrine of, Motor Singletary, but, I do think he's a better player than, what people thought while he was here. I didn't think he was as bad as what people, remember him as. But once again, it's just opinion. If you feel like he was a terrible player, then it is what it is. Your eyes said that, or told you that, then it is what it is. But it's a joke as far as, when I go on there and we goof around about that. Super Bowl 25 was the best horror movie for me. Yeah, there you go, Scott. Let's get to some scoreboards. Man, that was a long talk about this team and me. Nathan, I appreciate you giving me an opportunity and rocking with me on this channel. So yeah, and honestly, everybody here, it's, if anyone's new here, I appreciate you giving me the time, and giving me the opportunity. And if you don't like me, it is what it is, man. Like I get it. You know what I mean? The great thing about this is there's a ton of Bills content now out there. When I started in 2020, there wasn't that many, guys. There really wasn't. It has grown. Like the Post Podium, not Post Podium, the Buffalo Bills podcast world has grown. Like there's a new channel, it seems like, every day. So trust me when I tell you, if somebody doesn't like my channel, they'll find another channel that's just suited perfectly for them. Tommy thinks Motor is just as good as Cook. Spin. No, I don't believe that. James Cook is obviously a better running back. And listen, they drafted him in what? Round 2. You know what I mean? They drafted Motor Singletary in round 3. So clearly, they knew that James Cook was going to be the option and let Singletary go when his contract was done. And that was obviously the right option. And James Cook is a good back. And look, I've eaten crow on James Cook, by the way. I'm not, and it wasn't that James Cook was a bad running back. I'm just not a fan of paying running backs, right? But the truth be told, James Cook has gotten better. He's continuing to get better. And he's a big reason why we're scoring the way we've been scoring for the first, I'll say, 4 games. The 5th one wasn't that great, right? We'll see what happens Monday night, but he's a big reason why this offense was successful early on. We'll see what happens. Saints might pull off a win. Let's go to the scoreboard because I've been just blabbing on here. It's really amazing how much BS Bills pods are out there now. Bro, Nathan, it's crazy, bro. And matter of fact, there's some Bills podcasts out there that there's not even a podcast guy. It's like clickbait. They're like, they just throw together some video clips that has nothing to do with them. It's craziness. And they get thousands of views on these clickbait Bills podcasts or Bills channels. I'm not going to even call them podcasts. But you are right. There's a ton of podcasts out there. Some I like, some are new. I became good friends with the Ralph Rant. He's a good dude. He's a little bit more on the positive side, but he's not a rah-rah channel. Like, he does get upset. He will tell, he'll give a little heat to the Buffalo Bills, but he does, I would say he leans a little bit more on the positive side, but he also, he can go down that road where, if he's not happy about something, he's going to tell you. Bills United podcast, I became friends with Kenny. He's a good guy. Nickel City Mafia, they're good people over there. I've met some good people along the way. Dan Mitchell is a good friend of mine. Well, I don't say good friend, but he's a good, he's a friend of mine now that's becoming a good friend of mine. And we're teaming up on the next day after Bills games. I do the morning show with him. It's been fun. He's helping me as well. As far as getting new subscribers to this channel. So it's been a fun, and by the way, he's different too, right? The way he talks about the Buffalo Bills. And that's okay. So yeah, I think there's something out there for everybody, but there is some bullshit channels out there. I love how Tommy blabbing on blah 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 blah. Yeah, Ralph ain't, no, he's not bad. He's a good dude. I have no problem with him and his channel, and I respect him and what he's doing there. And he's consistent, and that's one thing that's very, very important in this podcast space, is to be consistent and continue to make sure you go live and put content out there for people. So, all right. Anyways, let's get the scoreboard here real quick. I'm sorry, I've been blabbing on. So the Patriots and Saints are down 25-19, 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Saints with the ball at the 50. If the Saints score a touchdown here, they can take a lead, right? That's pretty crazy, right? Let's see what happens though. But the fact that they're even in this game still is kind of crazy. Browns are down 23-6. I told you, the Browns aren't going to come back if they can't score touchdowns. Field goals aren't going to do it. This is an ugly game too. 23-6, 27-27. Cowboys, Panthers. I cannot believe that the Panthers are in this game. I really can't. Panthers are a bad team. Not that the Cowboys are this great team, but come on now. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're disappointed. Seahawks up 20-12. And the Seahawks have the ball at their own 41. Jaguars, boy, they need another team that needs to put some points on the board. The Rams are up 17-3. Boy, the Ravens can't get anything going offensively. And that's your update. So let's keep it with, I'm sorry. And the Chargers-Dolphins, 26-20. Miami has the ball at their own 18. So that's an interesting game as well with 6 minutes left. And this Colts game, 27-24, Cardinals are up with a backup quarterback in Arizona. I didn't think the game would – I thought the Colts were going to easily win this game, and I am wrong. I mean, they are down 3. Still plenty of time, but yikes. Let's see here. Sold the Cowgirls out by trading Parsons. Yeah, that was a bad decision. But they also, I'll say this, picked up a good player for nothing in Pickens, who's been a really good help. But I get where you're going. Not a brilliant move to not sign Micah Parsons, but it is what it is. You know, Jerry Jones is going to do what he wants to do. It is what it is. I wanted to pay Dak all that money either. Not saying Dak's a bad quarterback. Dak's a good quarterback. He ain't worth what he's getting paid. I promise you that. I wouldn't pay him that. There's some teams that make some brutal mistakes with these contracts. Obviously, the Dolphins at Tua. Trevor Lawrence got overpaid. Like, man, yikes. I mean, I get it. Understand that, you know, the cap, you know, the salaries go up year after year. They get higher and higher, but man, like, you got to question, you got to ask yourself, is this the guy? Is this the guy that's going to lead this team to a Super Bowl? And if the answer is no, or the answer is not even no, if you have to think about it, you should not sign that guy to that kind of contract, right? If you even have to question it. So, you know, with Allen, you don't have to question it. You know, Allen could lead this team to a Super Bowl. It's about what else you can build around him, though, right? This is the ultimate. The NFL is the ultimate team sport. You have to surround your team with talent, right? You have to have talent on your team, right? And that includes coaching, right? Coaches got to know what the fuck they're doing too. But if you don't have enough talent, it doesn't matter about who you got. You can have the greatest quarterback. I mean, Dan Marino, let's face the facts. Dan Marino is one of the best quarterbacks ever. And they didn't surround him with enough talent. They just didn't have it. So, of course, he goes to the Hall of Fame with no Super Bowls. I think he went to one, but he didn't win any. You know, Barry Sanders was the best running back I've ever seen in my life. And he got his team to an NFC championship game. But that's it. You got to surround yourself. You got to have more talent on an NFL roster. You have to have talent on an NFL roster to win on both sides of the ball. And the Bills right now are just relying way too much on Josh Allen to be the hero of this town and this team. Like, it's that doesn't work that way. You know, one guy cannot, you know, get it done in football. It's not basketball. Basketball, believe it or not, you might be able to get it done with a LeBron James. You know, I've seen it with the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Like, let's be real. Like, LeBron James, like, the only reason they win there is because of LeBron James, right? But that's basketball. There's 5 players on the court. You know what I mean? Like, you can have a superstar, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan. You don't need a lot surrounding him. But that's, once again, a different sport. Football is way different. You gotta have a lot go right? And you gotta have pieces, right? You gotta complete that puzzle. And there's a lot of missing pieces to the puzzle with this team. And that's what I complain about the most when it comes to our Buffalo Bills, right? We have the main piece of the puzzle, Josh Allen, but we're also got a lot of missing pieces that we're on the floor looking for, right? We know, right? We know that we need them. But yet, does Brandon Beane, does Sean McDermott understand that there's missing pieces in the puzzle? And without those, you ain't going to win nothing. You ain't going to complete it. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel so bad for Josh Allen. I do. You know, there's a lot of pressure on him. And that's why I hate the whole Josh Allen can't get it done. It's a nonsense thing. And the fact that we, as fans of this team, expect perfection from Josh Allen, and we get so offended and so upset that he misses a open receiver from time to time, or, throws an interception, that we're like, oh my, because you know why we're like that? Or a lot of people are like, I'm not like that, but why a lot of people are like that? Because they know the reality is, and the reality is if he has an off game, then the chances of us winning are slim. So we need perfection week in, week out. And it's just, man, that's craziness, right? It's such craziness. Why do I keep that up there? That's a fucking bullshit. Get out of here. Get out of here. I can't even believe I had that up there. Sorry, guys. We get to see Poyer on defense tomorrow night. Listen, Nathan, at this point, and I know you're not going to like my comment, but we haven't made any trades, right? Not yet. I'm hoping we do, right? The receiver room is playing like hot garbage. Our safeties and cornerbacks are not playing the greatest either. Dude, what do you got to lose? Like, you get where I'm going, right? Like, now, with that being said, could they have went out and got a better option before the season started? Of course, right? Like, but I like to say this, Nathan, we're in the now, right? We're in the now. Can't turn back the hands of time, right? And I can't force them to make a move as far as a trade or a free agent that's still out there that would, Simmons or a Samuel. This is what we got. So you know what? Fuck it. Bring up Poyer. Bring up Gabe Davis when he's healthy. If you're not going to pull any trades, and you're not going to sign any free agents that are available that might be able to help the team, I can't get mad if Poyer gets called up. I can't get mad if Gabe Davis gets pulled up, because you know what? Okay, fuck it. Right? Like, at this point, fuck it. Let's see what happens. Because what I'm seeing right now is not any better. Like, how worse can it get? That's where I see it. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm watching, right? Like, that's my philosophy, at least. Marino played when the Bills went to 5 out of 6 AFC Championship games and dropped TD pass from being 6 out of 6, kind of like the Chiefs now. Yeah. Look, man, Marino is so good. He was just in a bad era where the Bills were just so dominant in the AFC. So we prevented him. But I'm just saying, like, the Dolphins never really truly helped Dan Marino either. Like, they never had a running back. You know what I mean? Buffalo, if you look at that Buffalo team, we were stacked with talent. Like, Jim Kelly, it's not like Jim Kelly was out there with some garbage-ass running back. He had Thurman Thomas. He wasn't like he was out there throwing to, some garbage-ass receivers. He had good receivers. And it wasn't like our, defense was garbage. We had Bruce Smith, Hall of Fame, all-time sack leader. We had good players. Darryl Talley, right? Cornelius Bennett. We had playmakers on both sides of the ball. We were a really well-built team. We just weren't built good enough to win a Super Bowl, unfortunately, because the teams we were playing, not the Giants. I would say the Giants we should have won. But moving forward, the Redskins and the Cowboys, they were just built better, unfortunately. It is what it is. I mean, those were great teams, but the Giants they weren't a great team, and we fucked up. Out of all the Super Bowls, it was the Giants one that will hurt the most, because that was a winnable game. We were the better team with the better roster, everything, right? And we blew it. We blew our opportunity in that game, in that Super Bowl. It is what it is. I'd rather see what Hancock, Nathan, I'm with you with the Hancock thing. But you got to remember, he got hurt. He was out a little while. Maybe they're trying to kind of ease his way back in there. And also, with the playbook and all the other stuff. So we'll see, but I'm with you. But I think Hancock gets his opportunity, or more of an opportunity in the offseason next year. And because I think he could start at safety. I do. I like his upside. I'm with you. I'm all with you. And by the way, I thought Dorian Strong should have remained as CB2. when Trey White came back. Like, I thought that was a big mistake. I don't understand it. I really do not understand why Trey White ever got on the field when Dorian Strong played a pretty good game against the Ravens in week 1. Like, it just, I didn't understand it. And now Dorian Strong, of course, is hurt, so it doesn't matter anyways, right? We're at where we're at, right? The main bad thing about McD is drafting and asking smaller players to consistently tackle like big hammers. They break down every season, right? We have injury, right? Exactly. We have a lot of smaller players playing positions out of position. You know, we draft players that you know, we think that can transition over to a different position, and it doesn't always work that way. You're not going to always get lucky and a guy works out to be you know, a better player at a different position. It's just, you know, I think we do that way too much, and it backfires. Buffalo will have a chance to get it done this year. Listen, I'll be honest with you. The Buffalo Bills always have a chance with Josh Allen. But with that being said, you know, they still have a lot of glaring holes that also could prevent them winning a Super Bowl, right? So it's a tough question to answer, because if you have the best quarterback in the league, you always believe there's a chance. But on the flip side, you got to be real and look at the rest of the roster and go, okay, we've been down this road before and we lose in the playoffs because we don't have enough talent. So I you know, I don't know, man. You know, I'm always trying to be optimistic because of Josh Allen, but at the same time, you know, I also know what, you know, 8 years of this team has looked like in the playoffs, and yeah, we usually flop. I mean, that's just the truth, man. You know, sure seems that way. See, McDermott plays his favorites over the better player. He does it every year, Robert. Every year. McDermott always has his guys. And once again, that's something that I could continue to bitch about, but it won't make a difference. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, I'll mention it. It sucks, but that's not anything new. He's done this since he's arrived, right? He'll make guys inactive that we all feel should be playing, right? That could better the team. And I don't get it. You know, me and Mikey talked about this going into the season when we were doing who's going to make the 53. And we felt like Connerton probably shouldn't make the 53, you know, because we could probably not have to use him anyways. You could use, you know, another roster spot. And I'm not saying he's a bad player and it's good to have a kick returner, but look, he's been inactive, the last 3 games? Like, so what are we doing here? What was the point of that signing? You're not going to play him anyway. Like, I don't get it. It was like a waste of a signing. So there's some things I just don't understand. And once again, I didn't hate the sign. Like, if they sign him, okay, well, then use him, right? But now that they have him inactive, healthy scratch, like, it just, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it sometimes what we're doing. You know, signing a bunch of guys for 1-year deals, like, oh, touchdown Dolphins, by the way. 46 seconds to go. The Dolphins take a lead. So let's get you guys to this score update. So there's still time for the Chargers, but the Dolphins just took the lead. Colts took the lead, 31-27. 4 minutes to go. Dolphins have a 1-point lead right now, 27-26. The Dolphins score 14 in the fourth quarter. The Chargers only have 3 points. The Chargers still have a chance, though. There's 46 seconds left. I don't know. They got 1 timeout. So there's 1 timeout in this game, 46 seconds to go. The Chargers, a field goal would win it. So this is going to be interesting. Patriots are up 25-19 with 3 minutes to go. Patriots have the ball, 2nd and 12 at their own 29. Steelers are going to win this game, 23-9. The Browns can't score. Cowboys and Panthers are coming down to the fucking wire. Panthers have the ball at Dallas 42 with 3 minutes, about 4 minutes left. Seahawks are up 20-12. Jaguars still have an opportunity. And that's your update. So, wow, we got some interesting games here down to the wire. I would say let's keep an eye on this Chargers-Dolphins game. This has the least amount of time left, 46 seconds. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. This is going to be good. This is going to be a good ending. Colts got the lead back. Yeah, they did. They sure did. So Beth, there's your score updates. I don't know if you're still here, but I just ran down the scores. So the game with the least amount of time is, damn, what a great first down by the Cardinals, by the way. Because I'm watching, obviously, RedZone. And it looked like, let me see here, it almost looked like the guy grabbed his helmet. He let go, so there's no flag, but great effort by the Cardinals. I think it was a running back. But anyways, let's watch this Dolphin game. 39 seconds left. Chargers at the 41, 2nd and 10. So they're already in good field position. I mean, and I believe they still got one timeout. So, wow. So I'm very curious. I'm guessing the kickoff was bad. Whoa! Chargers have the ball at Miami 17. Herbert. 42-yard pass, it looked like. Whoa. Wow. Miami's going to blow it here, folks. Miami is potentially going to blow it. Because now the Chargers can literally run out the clock and go for the game-winning field goal. This is unbelievable. I would love to see TD right now. Wow. So let's see the play right here on RedZone. I got to watch it. So Herbert steps up in the pocket. They had him. They had him for a sack. It was a short pass. That was unbelievable, guys. Herbert, they had Herbert. They had him. They could not take him down. He throws like a 3-yard pass. Maybe 4 or 5 yards. And he takes it. Oh, my God. Takes it all the way to Miami's side. Unbelievable. 2nd and 9 at Miami 16. 17 seconds to go. This is unbelievable. What an ending here. I mean, obviously, they still need to make the field goal, right? But now this is just about clock, right? Miami does have timeouts, it looks like. So they have 2 more timeouts remaining. But there's not going to be a lot of time here. You got 3rd and 8 at Miami 15. I think Miami has 1 more timeout, if I'm not mistaken. Man, I cannot believe how many bots I've gotten in this stream. This is unbelievable. The Patriots look like they're going to win this game, by the way. So they're up 6. And they got a first down. They're just trying to kill the clock. Jamal, what about the idea of moving Khalil Shakir on the outside? I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't. He's a good receiver. I also wouldn't mind Keon Coleman going in the slot from time to time. But they just don't do that. The Seahawks pick up the first down. It looks like the Seahawks might win that game. All right, let's see what happens here in the Chargers game. 4th and 8. So here we go. Field goal time for the Chargers. So Miami used their last timeout, I believe. So there's 9 seconds left in this game. So it's going to be a field goal coming up here, a short field goal, unless the Chargers just totally blow it here. Or miss this kick. I mean, what are the Dolphins going to have? 3 seconds left to do something? Not enough time, clearly. So it's 4th and 8 at Miami 15. 9 seconds to go. Miami takes their final timeout. So here we go, folks. I mean, this is it. And more bots. This is wild. How many fucking bots are there out there? I cannot believe how many bots are out there. This is crazy. Field goal is good. Chargers take the lead. TD Finstock is fucking losing his mind. There's 5 seconds to go. 29-27. Unless something crazy happens, the Dolphins are going to lose this game. Unbelievable. I mean, these games today, let's go through some of the games. I mean, there's some wild games. So the Cardinals are driving. The Cardinals are down 4. They're in Indy's 9 with a minute 10, 2nd and 7. You got the Chargers up 29-27 with 5 seconds remaining. So it's going to be, not even Hail Mary. I mean, depending on where how the kickoff goes, but Patriots are up 25-19 with 2 minutes remaining. They're at New Orleans 49. That's probably a wrap. I would assume one more first down will end that game. Browns are down. Forget it. The Browns are done. 23-9. Cowboys and Panthers tied up, and Panthers had the ball at Dallas 24, 2nd and 1. I did not see this happening at all, but Dallas will have some time, depending on what happens here. More than likely have some time left. Depending on how many timeouts they got, of course. Seahawks are up 20-12. They're at Jacksonville 9. 4th and 7. So a field goal would end it. Pretty much would end that game. I mean, Jaguars would have to get lucky and get an onside kick if they even score and then get an onside kick. So Chargers Dolphins 29-27. Let's see what happens here off the kickoff. Yeah, this is TD is crying, is he? I bet everybody went over there. Let's just see his reaction. That is brutal, man. That is brutal. Arizona has to score a touchdown here, by the way. It's 3rd and 7. So this is also a crazy ending here. That's actually 4th and 7. So this is it. This is for the ball game, folks. 4th and 7. So they could still pick up a first down, it seems like. Right? Yeah, they can still pick up a first down. So they don't necessarily need to go into the end zone here to keep this drive alive, right? Let's see what happens on 4th and 7 at Indy 9. So on 3rd and 7, because I'm a little bit on delay here. He got sacked. So the Colts had the pressure on him. He picked up about a yard, maybe. But it's 4th and 7. Let's see what happens here. So it's a timeout by Indy. So it looks like they're seeing what the Colts or the Cardinals. Oh, so they don't get it. 1st down and 10. Brissett pass incomplete to McBride. There is no flags on the field. What happened? Was there an interception in the Dolphin game? Because the Chargers got the ball, I saw. So that's it. The Chargers win, guys. Chargers win 29-27. I feel bad for my buddy Captain D. Good friend of mine was at the game for his birthday. They lose. The Rams went ahead and beat the Ravens 17-3. The Broncos early on beat the Jets 13-11. The Giants, as you know, beat the Philadelphia Eagles on Thursday 34-17. So let's get to the current games that are playing right now that are down to the wire. I'm going to leave after these games are done, but it was fun rocking with you guys today. It was just a great time. I had a fun time. Yeah, McBride, I guess he thought he got PI'd on, pass interference, and they didn't call it. I didn't see it. I'll have to watch. I just saw the ending, him complaining. Tua picked. Yeah, Dan, what a way to end. Tua intercepted. That's unbelievable, right? What a shitty. Of course it ends like that. So the Dolphins, right? They're a bad team. They got to fire their coach. You have to. The guy is probably like right now in the back doing whippets and getting ready for the presser, right? And he's gonna be like, I told him but yeah, you're not gonna, in order to win games, you got to win them, right? And when you lose the game, that's how you lose. I mean, it's like, that's a guy. He's like out of his fucking mind, right? Out of his fucking mind. Oh my god. So Patriots 25-19, 3rd and 13 at New England 48. I don't know if the Saints have any timeouts left, and they don't, because May is kneeling at the 48. That means obviously they just do not have enough timeouts there. So looks like the Patriots are going to go ahead and win that game. The Colts are going to win this game. They're up 31-27. I don't believe the Cardinals have any timeouts remaining. The Steelers obviously are going to win. The Seahawks, they're at 2nd and goal at Jacksonville 5. A field goal would win this game. Unless something crazy happens here, like a fumble. I just don't see it happening. What happened with the Cowboys game? Is that over with? The fucking Panthers beat the Cowboys 30-27. I can't believe it. I had the Cowboys winning. They ruined my parlay, guys. So the Panthers upset the Cowboys 30-27. Unbelievable. The Colts are going to go ahead and win this game 31-27. Steelers are going to win this game. Seahawks are going to win this game. And that is it, folks. That is it for me. I am done. So there were some exciting games today. I had a great time with you guys. They will trade for Fields. He's the answer. Guys, hey, I appreciate you guys rocking with me today. It was fun. I'll do this. Like I said, I don't do this often because the Bills are obviously playing right on Sunday. So that's an upset. It is in a way. I mean, I know the Cowboys aren't great, but come on, the Panthers are terrible. Cowboys should beat the Panthers. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys. Nathan, Scott, all y'all, man. Spin, Beth, Sophia, Jamal, Lee. Y'all were really, really cool today. It was fun hanging with you guys, but now it's time for me to eat some bagel bites. So I'm out of here, guys, man. Bills Mafia, I love you. And as always, go Bills. I'm out of here. Peace.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let